Where are you taking me? I need to step over there.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit magnoliaestatesok.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Accessible, high-quality primary medical care for the entire family. Come see us for all your healthcare needs. We offer a wide array of services for minor illnesses and injuries, physicals, vaccines, screenings, chronic condition management, aesthetics, and even women's health. With locations in both Deer Creek and Cashion, we are always ready to care for your family's needs. Call today to make an appointment. 405-359-1122. DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Dedicated care across the lifespan.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday. Located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit magnoliaestatesok.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
Good evening and welcome to Cashion Wildcat Football live from Sayre, Oklahoma, as your Cashion Wildcats on the road in District A1 taking on the Sayre Eagles. I'm Neiman Ababi, and joining me up in the palatial press box here at Sayre Field is no other the greatest color guy in the history of high school streaming sports, my man Chris Gibson. Welcome, Chris.
You always play it up so big I can't live up to it. Come on, man.
Well, we're super blessed to have you and a few joining. Of course, Maddox Gibson on the camera. We have another Gibson, Avery Gibson, here in the press box. She's going to be helping out with spotting. She's super pumped. We got her some Sonic earlier from Okarche, so I think she's in a good mood. So,
and she got a great nap in on
she
the
did.
2-hour drive out here.
It is a long haul, and because of that, we're super pleased that you guys are joining us here on the #1 streaming service here in the state of Oklahoma, the Cashion Wildcats TV, powered by Squirtle. Again, it's going to be a great game. Your Cashion Wildcats 5-2 coming off a huge 60-29 win on the War of 74. Wildcats bring the gold ball back home to where it belongs in Cashion, America, as the Wildcats again victorious, moving to 5-2 and 3-1 district. They take on Coach Craig Hickson and the Sayre Eagles. We're almost touching the Texas border out here in Sayre, America. Fantastic little community here. It's what county is this? Is this Beckham County here. We'll take a look at the county courthouse, and it's the Sayre Eagles 5-2 and 3-1 as well. It's a logjam in District A1 as there's 4 teams at 3-1, including Fairview, Hinton, Sayre, and Cashion. And so, again, as you and I were both talking on the way up, this game is absolutely huge for both programs.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, whoever wins this game tonight has got a driver's seat right into the playoffs, because they could still take an L to Hinton and still make it into the playoffs. Whoever loses this game, the game against Hinton, is going to be do or die if you're going to get into the playoffs or not.
Yeah, Wildcats have seen that scenario the last 2 years, have made the playoffs, but as a 4 seed, having to beat Hinton both times, one time at home, actually both times on the road, certainly from that standpoint. But again, we appreciate you guys joining us here on CashionWildcats.tv. It's been a great season thus far. It's been fun watching some of these seniors come through and do their job. We were talking about Caleb Duran and Timmy Jones, Matthew Stockton, a lot of guys that have put a lot of effort over these last 4 years, and they're joined in with a bunch of youngins, and that starts off with Kellen Smith, the sophomore slinger. Kellen last week against Crescent had a game, 311 all-purpose yards, 4 touchdowns. Did have a couple of interceptions. That's been kind of the negative that if you can find one with Kellen, but he's been amazing with his feet. With his arm, finding his receivers. Jaden Bolton got his first touchdown of his career here.
That ball I'm thinking about the ball to Compton.
Yes,
was a strike.
Absolutely,
and for Compton to catch that, go into the end zone, big touchdown. But yeah, Bolton first touchdown. The dude, I haven't been on here, so I got a lot of pin up, like what I want to talk about. Bolton, man, where did he come from? You know, like I've seen him on the baseball field, speed, but I did not know he had the ability and the just the natural eyesight for the football field and just making cuts and then going downhill. I love it.
Absolutely. And Chris, what you're doing is you're falling into that trap again as to why schools should offer both football in the fall and baseball in the spring, because there's a lot of kids who you wouldn't know. If they played baseball year-round, you wouldn't know what kind of football player they are. But at Cashion America, offering 11-team sports, one of the best small-town programs in the entire state, that's what you get. But nonetheless, you mentioned Austin Compton of that fantastic slant catch for a touchdown there in the third or fourth quarter for the Wildcats. They go on to win 60-29. Guess who? Caleb Duran led the team with 6 tackles, but King Underwood showed up there as well. He had 6 tackles. We've been talking about him catching the ball. He was able to get some tackles there, and it was the night of all nights for Rival Fields, a sophomore. The kid's yoked up. He's big. He came in, had 214 all-purpose yards, including a 70-yard screen pass that he took to the house. 4 touchdowns for the kid. Did a great job at linebacker as well. We're going to check out whether or not he's going to make the game today. That will be a key position to take a look at for the Wildcats. But hey, anytime you can beat the Crescent Tigers on the road, it is a good day. And in fact, if we take a look at the stats for the Wildcats as they come across 60-29 victors, they again did it every which way but loose. 531 total yards, 202 in the air, 329 rushing, 23 first downs to 19 for Crescent. Again, the penalties, a bugaboo for the Wildcats. Chris, ever since we've been doing this for the last, this is year 5.5 going to year 6. That's always been an issue, but when you give up 2 but you get back 4 on the turnover margin, it's always a good day.
You know, the penalties, it was always a running joke. You know, we're just trying to build our stats. You know, we want a big play. Let's back it up. Let's get some more yards. We haven't been as good as we once were, and we do need to clean that up. And anytime you have those penalties, it does, it just slows down everything. There's no momentum. You can't get in a groove. Tonight's going to be a big night to have that clean. And but yeah, just looking at the stats, one thing I noticed from last week was the efficiency. I mean, you had 50 plays, you had 531 yards. That means you averaged over 10 yards per play. I'll take that.
Yep, absolutely. Wildcats, again, it's senior night here in Sarah America. Again, appreciate our fantastic sponsors here on Cashion Wildcats TV, powered by Squirtle. You see CSB there, Community State Bank. They're also our scoreboard sponsor throughout the entire season. But we can't do this without them. Again, free of charge. You don't have to pay anything. You get a couple of old greasers like Chris and I to travel across and make this happen. Basketball season's coming right around the corner. It's going to be a fantastic year for both Coach Hardaway and Coach Taylor into baseball, as well as maybe a little bit of track and field. But the Wildcats, again, we're so grateful for our fantastic Squirtle sponsors. You see their Gateway Realty, Legacy Lenders, and Insurance, definitely one of our key pioneer sponsors here on CWTV. But again, big shout out to them. Hey, it is senior night. They've gone through a few things. We've got about 15 minutes, Chris. Let's talk a little bit about the Sayre Eagles. New to us, right, from our standpoint. Sayre, the Eagles 5-2, 3-1, led by Coach Craig Hickson. They are in a 3-way tie, and if you take a look at some of their wins, losses this season, they were able to take care of business against Cordell. They beat Carnegie. They took care of Merritt 26-6, and they beat Crescent 38-30. I'm not one to compare scores, but certainly something to think about from that standpoint. They did lose to Thomas. Thomas is always a tough team when it comes to football, even though they're in A2. We know that, having lost to Velma Alma earlier in the season. And they did beat Watonga 36-13. Did lose to Hooker 20-50. So some similar scores to the Cashion Wildcats. They do run a double wing formation. Chris, I know you'll jump into this. Just top level regarding Sayre, meeting them in essence for the first time in a long time. Any thoughts from your perspective?
Well, just anytime you play a new opponent that you haven't played, it's going to be, new kids that you haven't seen. You don't know really. I mean, when you play Crescent every single year, we play Watonga every single year. We play, all those teams that we've been used to playing. And seeing those familiar kids, and we know their names because we've seen them every single year. This year, we don't know. We don't know those kids if you haven't watched film. And a lot of the offense that they run is the double wing, and it's going to be something you don't always see it. The thing is about that offense is we have coaches that have coached against that kind of defense at points and have had success. And so I think our coaching staff has done a really good job this week of preparing for that. And I think we're going to be able to see our kids really be disciplined and be able to stop this offense. With that said, it's a lot easier said than done. Because the thing is, the Eagles have a running offense.
Yep.
I mean, I think I looked at Huddle, and I think they maybe throw like 2% of the times, like 98% run versus 2% throwing. Neiman and I talked on the way out here. I said, what's the over-under on passes? And I said 4. And I told Kelly Davis, Grayson Davis' dad that while ago, and he goes, that's a high number. And I said, if it's over 4, the Cashion Wildcats win.
Yeah.
If it's under 4, we're going to be in trouble, because if it's under 4, they're able to do what they want to do. They'll be able to run the ball, control the clock, and we're going to be in trouble if they can do that and not have to throw the ball. If we get up on them, they're going to have to throw the ball, try to move the ball down the field. Thing is, though, the Sayre Eagles, even though they're a running team, like I said, they only throw 2% of the time. They score a lot of points.
Yep.
I mean, last week against Watonga, they scored 36 points.
Yep. 36-13.
And the thing is that you want to get up on this Eagle team early, is because their second half of games, if you go back and look, have been way better than their first half. So I don't know if it's halftime adjustments or they're better conditioned. I don't know what it is. But it seems like they come out of the locker room at halftime and pull away from the teams that they beat. And so you want to, through the Cashion Wildcats, we talked about it, get the ball like we normally do off that kickoff, set the tone, go score against a team that they probably have heard about us. I mean, a couple of years ago when
it's hard not to hear about the Cashion Wildcats.
Exactly. But when you went back to back, people you start to get a reputation.
Yep.
We want to say, go down, let's score, let's put points on the board early, and they're going, uh-oh, they are real. This is who they are. You don't want to give them any kind of momentum, any kind of hope that, man, we could hang with these guys.
Yep.
Let's get out here. Let's go put the pedal to the metal, score, get in the end zone, and put them behind the 8 ball.
No, I love it. I love it. The roster here is about 28 kids. Usually, when you're thinking about Class A football, 28 to 35 is a pretty good spot. And it looks like we've got the national anthem, so we'll switch it over. Hang tight.
If you would please rise for the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem will be played by the Pride of Sayre Band under the direction of Mr. Timothy Martin.
All right. God bless America, greatest country in the entire universe. So blessed to be living in this country, even in election season when things get kind of crazy. It's definitely the only place I want to be. Appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV, live here from Sayre, Oklahoma. And we got a prayer here, so we'll kind of hang tight with the prayer. But
I pray for the Moran family as they are going through this difficult time. I pray for the seniors as they are getting closer to new beginnings, that they will know that you are with them always. Let all that we do tonight honor and glorify you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. Absolutely love that. Jesus is the Lord. Hey, listen, again, want a big shout out to the Sayre folks here, giving us a little spot here in the press box. Super great. The superintendent came by, gave us some Wi-Fi, so always gracious to our folks. Always want to say thanks. And with that, I was just offering up, Chris, they've got about 28 in their roster. They got about 10 juniors and 8 sophomores. What do we got going on? FYI, y'all spelled Sayre wrong on the scoreboard. I didn't spell it wrong. That is spelled by Squirtle. I can't change that. So that's, in fact, our scoreboard's kind of messed up. Love the text, Chris. Don't we love the text?
Oh, yeah. That was actually my wife's tuning in.
This is literally a family.
Who told us we had it on the?
You said it.
No, I think it was it Stephanie Fields maybe?
It may have been.
I think she's from out here.
I can't. This is the way. This is the automation on the scoreboard. I have to go. I'll try to go back and manually change it, just so you guys don't have any issues with that. Because I don't want anyone thinking this is a second-rate broadcast. Because this is the leading streaming service here of high school athletics in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was Stephanie. Stephanie Field Rivals' mama is from Sayre. All right.
Well, we'll
from out in this.
We'll get
area.
it changed here. We'll get it taken care of here. You guys cool your engines. But again, from a standpoint of the roster here, again only 3 seniors. We'll see them here tonight. Again, that's going to be Hunter Hannaran, a wide receiver, wing back, Zane Allen, another wing back, a couple of seniors, and then on defense, we'll see KK Baird, number 52, offensive lineman, as well as outside linebacker. Those are the 3 seniors we'll see for the Sayre Eagles. Again, 10 juniors, 8 sophomores, 7 freshmen, a little bit of mix, just like the Cashion Wildcats. We've got Lane Broadbent. We can't have a game until Lane Broadbent shows up. We appreciate him. Lane did a great job with our stats and has every single week. So from a standpoint of, for you, Chris, thinking about this team, what are some of your keys to the Cashion Wildcat victory?
The keys to the Cashion Wildcat victory tonight is going to be playing disciplined defense. You know, this double wing, they like to try to get you off balance. They like to try to do some misdirection. And if they can do that, there's going to be big plays. So the Cashion Wildcats need to be disciplined, read their keys, and then fly to the football. And those big boys up front, what they need to do, Matthew Stockton is going to be a cog in the middle of this defense to be successful or not. He's going to need to make piles, make just congestion up in the middle, and he's the kid to do that. You know, he's a big, strong, physical kid that is hard to move. The wrestler in him needs to come out tonight and say, I'm going to use leverage. I'm going to make a mess in the middle, and y'all are going to have to jump over me to make anything happen on the offensive side of the football. And so I think defensively, that's going to be key. Offensively, I think we're probably going to have a really good balanced game plan, and what the kids are just going to have to do is execute. Do not have the penalties we talked about. You can't have that. You want to have good, clean drives, sustained drives that end up in the end zone. And because I really do think that our skill guys are a little bit better than theirs, and if we can throw the ball down the field, you know, have some explosive plays every now and then down the field in the air, that's going to open up the run game. Same thing. You have big, explosive run game, you're going to open up, you know, the passing game. I don't know which one he's going to attack first. We've seen it this year a lot of times. That very first play, he's throwing bombs. I have a feeling we may try to do that again tonight, unless he's like, you know what, let's just go out here and establish a run game. Then that'll open up our passing game. But I honestly think he'll come out chunking the ball around tonight and let Kellen Smith kind of do some things with his feet, you know, his legs on the ground, and then
hit one over the top.
Yeah.
Love it. Wildcats, again, getting a very important cog to their team back last week, Ethan Waswo. And he injected himself in a big way had 5 tackles on the night, was just an absolute menace, and it was such a menace for Crescent that they actually had to double and triple team him, which allowed for other folks to kind of get loose on the defense. We talked about, King Underwood, obviously Caleb Duran, Timmy Jones, Austin Compton had a nice couple tackles there. But certainly love to see that in that situation. We might see him on the offensive side for the Wildcats.
Hey, that's what, I was going to have a couple of players watch for the Cashion Wildcats. I didn't watch as much film on Sayre. I watched a little bit, but on the Cashion side of the football, defensively, do not take your eyes off of Ethan Waswell. The dude is unstoppable. I mean, if you watched him last week, first game back, you would think, man, he's going to take it easy. He had some pent-up aggression. He tackled a dude through another guy.
He did.
I was like, what? How does that even happen? And it was just so awesome to see a kid that works so hard be able to come off of an injury and just do what he can do, and you're just like, that's what we've been waiting on right there.
Amen. He only has one gear, and that's 1,000%, and that's going to show up. Let's see if he shows up maybe a little tight end today. We'll see. He's got fantastic feet to come out, roll out. Love to see him rolling out and maybe looking to block. But, you said it from a standpoint of specialists, the Wildcats are in a good spot here. And I think from a standpoint, if we get a little bit behind, really the idea is just making sure that we stay up and score and at least stay ahead. From a special teams perspective, Adley Jerry's been phenomenal. Punting with rival fields has been great. I don't know if, again, that will be something that we'll have to look at here if rival's not playing. We weren't here in time to look at warm-up, so it didn't have a chance to see. In a game like this where you got to believe that the Sayre Eagles are going to be going for 2, does this take Adley Jerry out of the game in terms of her extra points, or if you're Coach Shack, do you keep doing what you're doing?
I think you just keep doing what you're doing. We've played teams a lot of times that, that's all they do is go for 2. They'll do the swinging gate or whatever. And Shack, if he's got a kicker that can be consistent, he's like, let's get our 7. They won't get every single one, and we'll continue to do so and be consistent. I think he'll continue to draw her out there and let her punch them through.
Yep, she's been doing fantastic. Don't want to jinx her there or anything like that. All right, Chris, it looks like we are about 5 minutes from kickoff. Let's go to a quick timeout. I'm going to look for some AA batteries for Lane for his mouse. We'll go back to commercial. We'll be back in 30 with, actually, we have captains coming out. You want to stay here and just leave it here?
Let's go to a quick commercial, see if we can find those batteries for Lane, and then we'll be right back.
All right, hang tight. Be right back. CWTV.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
All right, welcome back to Sayre America. It's Cashion Wildcat TV bringing you Cashion Wildcat Football 2024 as the Cashion Wildcats on the road. I'm Neiman Bobby. Joining me out here is my man, Chris Gibson. I got a text from Daniel Barry saying, hey, we finally get Chris back on the air. You guys can't figure out how to spell Sayre. Yeah, so it continues. But we love all y'all. We know it's a village. And certainly super grateful. It is tough to make a 2-hour drive sometimes on a Friday to come out here. We have a great group. The band's out here. Obviously, the state
what I love is our band travels now.
Yeah.
And just having bands on both sides on Friday night, it's so awesome.
It is. And in fact, I think they just came back from a marching competition where they did extremely well. So love our pep band, marching band here for the Cashion Wildcats.
If you haven't got to go to a game this year and just sit next to the band in the student section, it's a blast. It is a blast.
We love it. We love it. Wildcats on the field, the captains, you see them, Caleb Duran, Matthew Stockton, Caden Seeley, Timmy Jones, Max Higdon. Wildcats wearing gold helmets, white tops, maroon pants. Again, one of the 3,000 different uniform combinations that Coach Shack puts together. And again, big thanks to our football sponsors beyond Squirtle, our football sponsor who make it great. Again, our platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. Thank you so much on behalf of Coach Shackelford and the crew as they again, building current and future champions here with this current Wildcat football team. It will be the the Sayre Eagles. They're going to go two-color look here with white helmets, no logos. They're going old school with the maroon tops, little eagle logo on the back of that, white pants. I think we're waiting on the officials.
I think so. Yeah.
So with that in mind, with the officials, once they are able to make the field, the captains are ready to go. We'll have an opportunity. And with that note, even though the officials aren't here, Chris, I've been saying this for you. What do we always say here on Cashion Wildcats TV?
We cannot have these games without the officials. Appreciate the heck out of those guys and girls that spend their Friday nights on a football field at a high school somewhere in Oklahoma, because without those guys, without those girls that are getting out there, putting the stripes on, taking a beating from the stands or from the coaches.
Or from us.
We can't have the games without them, and it's a thankless job, so we want to appreciate them. And I always say it, if you think you can do better, I'm sure they'll give you a whistle and a striped shirt. Get out there and do it. And it is a hard job. We're not always going to agree because we're homers.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, we do appreciate them getting out there and doing their best.
Amen.
And trying to.
It's not personal.
No.
Right.
No.
And if somebody said, "Hey, Nima, you misspelled Sayre," I'm not going to take it personal. Right. I'm like, "Hey, thank you. Thank you. I either agree with you or disagree with. Thank you. I appreciate it. Feedback's a gift, as they say. So
try to correct.
That's right. Well, hey, listen. In terms of the weather, it's pretty darn nice. I think on my phone I've got in Sayre, America. Looks like we've got 67 degrees. It's getting close to fall weather. It's a little bit cooler. I don't know barely no wind at all. The flag's not moving, so certainly that shouldn't be an issue. And
when we pan down to the one side of the field where the goalpost it's like double goalpost, but I couldn't figure out why until I went down there. And it's got a net up.
Soccer goal.
No, it's a net in case that way if you kick a field goal, it doesn't hammer somebody behind them, I guess. But it was kind of confusing until I went down there. I'm like, hey, they're prepared for Adley Jerry just putting one through the building down there.
Let's get it going.
So.
And maybe, hey, we'll get it going. Officials look like are sort of on the field. We've got at least one. We should have others, and typically we do. Usually the officials will walk the team captains. We do see one next to the Cashion Wildcat team, and good thing you said ladies, because we do have a female official on the field. I'm going to just put that one out there. Our white cap is coming out, and we appreciate you guys joining us here. Hey, Chris, so as the captains come out, I know we're at this point, we're a little delayed, but we usually wait for them to run back to the tunnel. But what predictions or what thoughts do you have here for the game today?
Well, like I said in my keys, is if our defense can be disciplined, stop that run, and don't let them have long, sustained drives, because that's their game plan. They want to have those long, sustained drives and control the clock. If we can keep that from happening, then we're going to have a really good opportunity to win this game. And I really do think that our offense is going to come out firing on all cylinders. We're going to hopefully get up on them. And then I really think our coaches are going to have our defense prepared. We're going to have kids flying around the ball. We're going to have Big Matthew Stockton up there just clogging up the middle. You're going to have Ethan Wasbo just throwing people around up front. And I think we're going to be able to stop that run and force them into throwing the ball more than what they want to, and that's not their strength. And like I said, we have over 4 passes from them, we win the game. And I think we're going to see over 4 passes in them because they are going to be trying to catch up to us the whole game. And I think it's going to be 35 to – ready?
I'm ready. Got the pen.
16. I'm not going 0
okay.
like Jackson.
Jackson loves defense.
I do think that we are going to be able to score. They're going to get in the end zone a few times. It's hard to stop an offense like this. So they're going to move the ball at some point and get in the end zone. And but I do think the Cashion Wildcats will pull away and end up winning 35-16.
Okay, I love it. I'll take it. 35-16. I'll take 3-2. So again, victories
or 7-6.
Or 7-6.
Remember that score?
We did have a 7-6. We were talking about that Pawhuska game, phenomenal game where Ben Harmon hooks up with Landon Lagasse on a 80-yard touchdown pass with 2 guys draping him, and then it was Brexton Green basically in the Wildcat. That was
finishing it off.
By the way, I got to tell you, we don't brag enough about Coach Wood. I don't think I think so. And, I mean, just think about some of those big games. That was probably the most potent offense in Oklahoma history, right? right, in terms
You
of
held him to
scoring.
6.
Held him to 6.
Yep.
And he went in with a 3-safety look in that game. I think it really messed up. It was an absolute, a great game, a bunch of great athletes, great coaching, and certainly loved it. Wildcats, looks like they will call the toss. It's Caleb Duran. If the Wildcats win, we're taking the ball. Coach Shack always wanted to take one. Hey, and listen, if you're following the scoreboard, I can't help you on the SARE. I wish it would show up like it's supposed to with a little bit of Eagle logo. We'll try to get that fixed down the road if we can. We don't have a clock, didn't have an opportunity to set up our second camera on the scoreboard to get you a clock. I'm going to do my best to give out time, down and distance as best I can throughout the entire broadcast. We do have a scoreboard that will give you a little bit of that, but hey, hang tight, be patient. The most important thing is that you got your maroon underwear on and you're ready. You got your favorite lucky hat. You're ready to go. And make sure that this is another Cashion victory. So looks like Sayre won the toss. Did they not? Let's see. No, actually, Wildcats won the toss, and of course, we will receive. So this is a east-west facing field, like most high schools in Oklahoma. And with that, the Wildcats will be moving from east to west, left to right on your screen. Big S there on the middle of the field, and we're going to have football here in a second.
Hey, and you talked about the uniform colors, and it is very appreciated by me and you whenever they do have a maroon and white and maroon, and you can see the numbers.
Yes.
And we will be able to hopefully get names right tonight. So that's a good deal, and it's great to be back up here. Avery is with me tonight, so I'm going to be in and out a little bit because she's here to enjoy the game too. And but it's fun to be here. Nima, I just want to tell you thank you from everybody in Cashion for everything you do, Cashion Wildcat TV-wise, because you do more than anybody knows back on the back end of things, and it is very much appreciated. When I can't come, I know I can count on my man Nima to be streaming this for the kids.
I'm going to stop you there. You're welcome, and I get a lot out of this too as well, Chris. This isn't like a one-sided deal. This is definitely a win-win. I'm grateful. I get a lot of folks, even in the restroom, on the way to the restroom, nice commentary. But it's great. My kids have been blessed to be on this platform just for me personally. I still got a couple left here as basketball season right around the corner with Brian and Kate. But super blessed to follow all the, Chris, that was one of our mission statements, part of our vision around this. We are going to be the ultimate hype people for these kids. They deserve it. We love our community. We love these kids. And that's all we're here for, is make sure that during the broadcast, a lot of times it may not be on social media and things like that, but during the broadcast, we bleed maroon and gold. And we love these kids.
Because we have some awesome kids in this school.
We do.
And awesome families and brothers and sisters and siblings that we get to know like family.
That's right.
And so we want to build those kids up.
Yep.
We talked about a couple of the seniors on the way here, Caleb Duran and Timmy Jones, that have played running back.
That's right.
Running back, one of the skill positions that gets all the glory. They played that their whole career. Their senior year, they're like, hey, coach, put me at line, and I'm going to block my tail off and let some young kids eat.
Right.
And it is so fun watching those two guys up there, along with the other linemen. I mean, you got Stockton and you got Juan Melendez, and you got those guys up there are doing work. But those two that took a back seat got it and said, hey, I'm going to get up on that line. There's not as much glory there, but I'm going to do work and let some other kids get after it.
Love it. All right, Wildcats in kickoff formation. It looks like we're going to have a few changes here. I'm not sure. We got a little rotation here as we've got Caleb Duran coming back in. It'll be Max Higdon.
Well, the official made him go off.
I guess knee pads.
Knee
pads. Yeah,
knee pads.
Yeah.
All right.
And it looks like, is that Rival Fields? It sure is. Rival Fields checking in. So he'll be deep with Max Higdon. Kicking off will be number 27, Aiden Ball, the sophomore, 5'10", 175 for the home team Eagles. And we've got football. It's going to be high, caught in the air by Jaden Bolton. Jaden left side. He's got wheels.
Like
going to cut back outside, and he's down. And the Wildcats starting in a good spot from their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, that time Jaden just got it, put his foot in the ground, and went forward. I'd like to have seen him hit that sideline and go. But, back up there, get that ball, get great starting field position for the Cashion Wildcats. This is what we were talking about. Get the ball, put your foot down on the gas, go score right here, and just put them in a bind to start the football game.
Well, you said it, Chris. They're going to start off and get after it. Empty set here. Kellen Smith by himself. Trips down below. We've got King Underwood. It looks like Austin Compton as well as Grayson Davis. Rival Fields in the slot with Max Higdon. It is going to be a 4-3 look here for the, and we definitely have a situation with the knee pads. This is a big deal here, I guess, for these officials today, making sure that equipment is set. Those knee pads are really important. So with that in mind, again, Wildcats first and 10. Kellen Smith back to pass. It'll flare outside to Grayson Davis. It's in and out of his hands, and they're going to call incomplete. And just a tough start, lack of concentration there from the sure-handed Grayson Davis.
Yeah, that one, I mean, it was a little bit high, but yeah, you'd think he'd bring that in, and that's one of those passes that you have to make sure, and he did a good job of getting on it. They went ahead and called it incomplete, but anytime it's down that line like that, don't just let it go, because it might have been a backwards pass. Somebody could have jumped on it, and it would have been a bad day for the Cashion Wildcats. Regroup right here. Let's see what the next play is.
11:49, second and 10, offside. So Wildcats working on that. The interior lineman not happy with himself for the Sayre Eagles. Again, it's a 3-4 look here for Coach Hickson. They'll show a few bare fronts. They'll have 5 guys. They'll have a guy up there in the A gap. They'll move guys around. And certainly we won't see a whole lot of exotic stuff here from the defense, but they'll mix it up. So fresh 5. So, hey, incomplete pass, come back and get 5. So 2nd and 5 here for the Cashion Wildcats, right around the 47. In motion, Rival Fields will join his sophomore teammate. Hand off to Fields. Right side's got a convoy, cuts back inside. He's got a big lane. He could go. Gets tripped up by the safety. Great job by the blocking of the Wildcats and Rival Fields in Eagle territory.
You said it on the way here. You said half the time I don't even watch the running backs. I just watch and see who's pulling. And right there, I did. I watched who was pulling through. Big number 50, Caleb Duran, and just obliterated the linebacker right there, and the hole was massive. I could have ran, like Lane said last week, I think I could have ran for 50 yards. Great right there by Rival seeing that and running, putting his foot down and getting the big yardage.
Back to pass on first down. Blitz is on. He lets it go. He's got it Higdon deep. In and out of his hands. Had a chance. There was a little bit of hand fighting right around the 5-yard line. Max Higdon was able to clear out of that. Give credit to number 2. That's Jaden Mosser, the sophomore, 5'7", 135 cornerback. He's going to have a busy day if he's got Max Higdon hooked up with him. So that will fall incomplete. That'll move it to 2nd down and 10. Clock stops, 11:23 here. Again, first quarter action, Wildcats on their first drive. It started right around the 42. Big run by Rival Fields, getting it into Sayre Eagle territory. Wildcats will go empty set. It's going to be Kellen Smith in shotgun. He'll take the snap from his man, Caden Seeley. Screen pass. Grayson Davis catches that one. Great block by Austin Compton. And Grayson Davis, a big pickup, about 8 or 9 on 2nd down.
Hey, we've talked about it in years past of how good our wide receivers are at blocking. We need to see that blocking out there on that wide receiver position because it's so important on those screen plays. Austin did a great job right there, getting a block and being able to spring his teammate for 8 yards.
Another screen pass to Rival backside. Max Higdon with a hook, and they're going to call the holding on that one. And so it's going to be decision time here for Coach Hickson. It will be short. Actually, it's right at the line. It will be
I think
short.
It's going to be short.
It'll be short.
It's either 4th down or 3rd and 13.
Do you give it back to the Wildcats on a 3rd and 13? And it looks like they probably will. So Max Higdon, again, in that situation coming through, that's a piece where you got to give credit to the corner coming off. You just got to have to let him go. That's a crucial penalty. So,
yeah, and out there when you're on an island blocking, anytime you grab, it's going to be blatant, and they're going to see it, and they're going to call it. And so right there, you just want to try to make contact the best you can when they jump that and say, hey, he's coming.
Kellen Smith will keep it, gets a block from Timmy Jones, going to bounce it outside, has nowhere to go. He's still on his feet. Breaks one tackle, and he has nowhere to go. Give credit there to the Sayre defense there, number 27. It's Aiden Ball, the sophomore, was the first to meet. Safety comes up to help, and it's no-brainer here, 4th down. Wildcats are going to go for it deep in Sayre territory.
And, I talked about the penalties and stopping that momentum. We didn't get that first time up, but it would have been a 4th and short, easy to pick up or fairly simple to pick up. Now you got 4th and long, and it's going to be a tougher play.
Deep ball across the middle. Austin Compton going up. That one's knocked away there by number 12. Zane Allen, the safety, the senior, 5'10", 175. I'm a little shocked the Wildcats went deep on that one. I thought they could have found maybe something with Max Higdon, maybe on a little 12-yard.
We've had a lot of success on that, 10-yard dig, 10-yard out, or just get to the sticks, turn around, and let him throw it to you. And but yeah, they went deep right there. I think the middle of that field is going to be open at some point down in the game. I just wasn't there that time. The Sayre Eagles, they did what they had to do. They gave up a big run, but they did not let the Cashion Wildcats make that trek down to the end zone. Now they're set up to run, keep in their game plan. Okay, you're going to see it. They're going to run the ball a lot. It may be 3, maybe 4 yards a pop. They're going to try to keep that sustained drive all the way down the field.
So immediately right off the pitch out there, Timmy Jones blowing stuff up the tank, coming through, and that'll be a loss. And this is going to be critical here. Wildcats not showing, anything exotic. They're going their base defense, a little bit off the line of scrimmage, and they're going to try to make that line figure out who to block. And Timmy Jones shooting the gap, doing a great job all season, coming through with a big loss there. TFL make it 2nd down and long.
Yeah, double wing. The key is to get 3 or 4 yards that first down, 2nd down. When you get behind the sticks, it's hard.
And another big stick. This time is that Slade Williams? Slade Williams coming through. Again, you're not going to have a lot of passing, so not a lot of safety. So Slade Williams, basically that extra linebacker, big-time stop, setting the edge, and nowhere to go for the Eagle running back. Again, give credit to the defensive line mucking that up as well.
Slade, man, it wouldn't just come up and tackle. He came up and put a hat on, and that right there gets in the minds of those running backs. Every time they get it, they know they're going to get hammered, just like they did on the other side.
Plummer back to pass. He's looking for an intended receiver behind the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go as Timmy Jones says, no, sir. Intended receiver was number 13, Tate Bowden. And it's decision time. It's punt time for the Wildcats.
There's one pass. There's one pass. We get to 4. I'm telling you, we win this ball game.
All right, we'll take it. It all started on 1st down. You're exactly right, partner. So 4th and 13 here with 8:50 on the clock. It stops. Again, Wildcats winning the possession here. It looks like they're going to stay under center. So number 17, Camden Plummer. They will look back. It is Grayson Davis in punt formation. Duran going through. We're going to get a penalty. Running into the punter. So
in high school, is that 5 yards or is that automatic first down?
It's 15. It's not an automatic. So, but it is 4th and 13. So it will be enough for a first down here for the Sayre Eagles. We'll see what happens. It is a personal foul. There is no other incidental. It is roughing the kicker. So I loved Caleb Duran coming in. I think in this situation, again, your direction, like he was running right at the punter, needs to be running where the ball's going.
It was almost we had 2 people there, and it was either take our own guy out or take the kicker out. And unfortunately, he could not stop. I think he tried to hold him up more than anything, just bear hugged him, but he did run into him. The official has to call that, and we'll see on first down. It's going to be a ball needs to move up about a yard.
Yeah, I think so.
But right here, like I said earlier, in that first series there, first down is so important for an offense like this. They have to get 2 or 3 yards to be able to stay within their game plan.
8:41 on the clock. We're going to see a wedge here most likely. Let's see what happens. No, it'll be a kickback outside. Duran down the line gets the first tackle. First positive play of the night here for the Eagles. He gets about 2 as the ball carrier gets cut in half there, number 12. That's Zane Allen, the senior wingback, one of 3 seniors here for Coach Hickson. And that'll bring up 2nd down and about, what do you think, 8, my partner?
Yeah, about 2 yards. And being right here where you can see right down that line, watch those linemen. They can fire off and hit knees, but what they can't do is if somebody's engaged up top, somebody go low on another runner or another a defensive lineman. That's a chop block. Keep an eye on that as the game continues.
So big run there by number 35, Zeke Chetz. He's the tailback, fullback, and that's what happens. You try to set the edge, take care of it. Sometimes those guys get moving. You get to hit a little punch up the middle, and it's good for a first down. First down here for the Eagles. Again, they are fundamentally sound. Of the film I've watched of them, they have done well. They've owned this double wing set here. Again, it's Plummer under center. He's going to toss it back out to the wingback. Nowhere to go is number 12, Zane Allen. He gets about a yard. So good job there by the Wildcats. And we do have an injured Sayre Eagle on the floor, or on the turf. Looks like he's still rolling around. We will have a stoppage. Yeah, it looks like he's back up. It looks like he may have twisted his ankle. And so, Chris, to your point, in a double wing set here, it's usually for folks who may not be as athletically gifted as other teams, maybe not as big. This is an opportunity to try to minimize turnovers by being under center. You don't have a fumble or interception. You get to go ahead and maybe punch it forward, get 2 or 3 yards, and if you do that 4 times, you probably have a first down. You run the clock, control it, and you keep it out of the hands of the offense, which comes to your favor if you're not as athletically gifted as some other teams. It's a formation that we don't see a whole lot in high school football anymore, but certainly those who do well with it have done well. We've seen Ringling in the past has done well. But certainly from...
Would you call Morrison's offense this double wing? Is that more wing T?
Yeah, they've kind of changed it. They're more out of the shotgun as well. You can run the double wing out of the shotgun.
Pawnee. When we played Pawnee...
That was more
wing T.
Wing T. Veer, absolutely on that. Looks like it's number 52. That's a big blow as that is KK Beard, senior outside linebacker and offensive tackle here for... right guard here for Coach Hickson. 2nd and 9, clock running, 7:13. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. He actually hands it off somehow, and the ball carrier there looks like it's number 3, Dustin McSorley, a sophomore, or actually number 2. I apologize. That is Jaden Mosser. He gets another 2 yards. They'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, that time that was, I think, kind of a blown play that actually went for about 2 yards. I thought right there the quarterback was about to fumble it, and I think he actually did, and it just kind of fell right in the hands of that running back coming through there, and he was able to pick up a couple yards.
6:43, 3rd down and long. Back to pass. He's got a couple guys open. It's deep. Up for the jump ball. In and out of the hands. Great coverage. Grayson Davis, the ball hawk, already has 3 interceptions on the year. Great coverage. Knocks it out of the hands of the intended receiver. I believe that was number 12, Zane Allen.
Hey, Allen went up and tried to high point that ball. I thought he was about to come down with it with Grayson right there playing great defense, but Grayson right at the last second was able to get that hand in there, knock it out as it hits the ground, and puts the Sayre Eagles in a 4th down. We're to 2 passes. I'm just saying.
4th and 7. Clock stop, 6:35. We haven't seen the veer here thus far. In shotgun, though, is number 2. That's Jaden Mosser. He's going to quick kick it. He's going to launch it. It's going to be a good kick. It's going to roll. Let's see if it gets the end zone, and it does. Yeah. Actually, it should. It does not. I guess it is a touchback. I can't tell. Again, lighting is okay out here. At least we have Bermuda. Last week we didn't necessarily have what I thought was grass. It made it look like a bunch of weeds.
I thought it was looked like an ice skating rink or something.
It was bad. Again, we love all of our partners, especially the ones that give us a press box. But it would be nice for us broadcasting to have maybe a fresh paint coat on the field. So I couldn't tell, but
well, the way the official treated it, I thought maybe it was like on the 1, but it definitely was in the end zone. Brought it out to the 20, and that's where the Cashion Wildcats will start their second possession. Kind of extended that drive for them with the roughing the passer or roughing the punter, but now it's Cashion Wildcats back on the offensive side of the football.
Kellen Smith with the keeper, nowhere to go. Give credit to the linebacker, actually safety. Actually, is that number 15? I don't have a 15 here. Let's see. I apologize, but give credit to, maybe that was 35. I apologize. Yeah, that's Zeke Chetz, the junior linebacker, shooting the gap and getting the tackle, and that's a loss of 1. Wildcats, I like the mix here. Again, a lot of script here. I want to put that ball in the hands of our guy, maybe Grayson Davis, out on the flats, and that was working. Let's see if we go back to that.
Put them out there, put the ball in the hands of our playmakers in some space to where they can really make something happen is what I want to see.
Wildcats in 11 personnel. Gavin Layton in, handoff inside, gets pushed forward there. A lot of extra battling rival fields with another carry. He gets about 2 on that. They'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, right there. Just kind of went back to that run that we've been successful with the pull and guard. And that time, Sayre did a good job of not letting him get too many yards down the field before they got to him. And now we're in that long distance. I still think Shaq will go for it here. This is still 4 down. He's going to go for it. I don't see him punting in this game.
3rd and long. Kellen Smith hand off the Fields. He's got a small lane. Pushes it forward, and I think exactly what you just said. I think wanted to get more of a fourth and manageable here for the offense. So Rival Field's following his blocker, staying patient, pushing it out. Looks like Wildcats will go a little hurry up. It looks like it's going to be about 4th down and about 3 here. 5 minutes on the clock. Rival to the right. He'll get he'll fake it. Right. Kellen Smith cuts back, dives forward, and that should be enough for the first down. So good job there by Kellen Smith on the read and the dive moving forward. That'll be 1st down and 10, Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah, Kellen right there knew where those chains were. He knew where he had to get. He pulled that out of the stomach of that running back, and he put his foot down and got the first down. Fresh set of downs here. We got to be disciplined, and that right there is going to back us up 5. It would have been the other way around if we would not have had one of the linemen jump off sides.
Well, let's see. Are they going to call false start? They will. It's unfortunate as 2 Sayre Eagles jumped at the same time. So, again, I guess simultaneous. It goes against the Wildcats. But as a defensive player, you can't jump to create a false start. But that's a second big penalty. The Wildcats with a holding earlier, which kind of put us in double sticks. This one, again, another double stick situation as we go back down, 1st down and 15. On the clock, 4:47, running clock here. Rival Field to the left of Kellen Smith. Kellen will hand it off to Rival. He's got a big hole. Nice cut back to the outside, and he'll get back across the original line of scrimmage. So Rival coming up a little bit slow, took a hit to the hip. Let's see if if he stays in. No, he won't. Jaden Bolton will check in. So a nice little run there for about, 10 yards for Rival Fields.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, he had another big hole. He does a good job of hitting the opening as hard as he can, and there he got 10 yards before anybody put a hat on him.
Bolton hits that opening. He cuts through, spins around. He falls forward. Looks like it'll be enough for another 1st down. So great job, Jaden Bolton, taking care of the rock.
You know, Sayre doesn't have a lot of real big guys on that back end, but they are coming up to the ball carrier and putting a hat on them.
Yep.
And it's not an easy tackle. It's putting a hat on, bringing them down with some force, and they're doing a good job of flying to the football.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats, 4:08 on the clock. First quarter action, 0-0. Bolton will say, nope, I'm going to stay right next to my man, Kellen Smith. Back to pass. Kellen Smith looking to his right. He's got the hitch from Compton. Nothing there. Kellen Smith will go across the middle to Compton. He catches it, and that'll be a nice catch for about 5 or 6 yards. So great job by the line. Good patience, stepping into the pass, finding Austin Compton.
Hey, I don't mind him stepping into a pass throwing like that, but when you throw back across to the middle of the football field, you got to make sure there's not somebody coming from that backside to intercept that. He did a good job of surveying the field, finding an open guy.
Bolton with the handoff, cuts back through, still on his feet, takes a big hit, but another 1st down run for the junior, Jaden Bolton.
Hey, I like it. You know, I talked early in the game about staying balanced. Right here, we're throwing, passing, throwing, keeping that defense guessing, and that's playing a little bit of advantage to the Wildcats here.
1st and 10, Wildcats, 3:23 on the clock. Kellen Smith, screen pass to Grayson Davis, trying to get a block from Higdon. He does, gets the outside. That's a nice little play there. The Sayre Eagles wanting a holding call, but that was textbook by Max Higdon, the senior, locked up inside the pads, driving his man backwards, and the Wildcats get about 3-4 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, just throwing it out there, giving the ball to one of your playmakers and putting a guy out there in front, like a senior that can get out there, put a body on somebody and let the guy behind you make a play.
2nd and 7. Wildcats trips right here, look. Gavin Layton, the tight end on the left side. Jaden Bolton, the handoff, cuts back outside, he's got a lane, he's got a chance! Could he go? Yes, he will! Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats! 42-yard run, my man, Jaden Bolton hits pay dirt.
Bolton, I love it. You know what? The way I remember his last name is because we got Thunder in Rival, we got the Bolt in Bolton. I love it, man. When he sees that opening, he is very, very good at what he does. When he gets that ball, he can see an opening, and he's shifty enough to get into that opening and then puts his foot down and goes. And when he gets out there in some space, people aren't catching him. The dude's quick.
Yes.
And I love it right there. Sprints to the end zone for the Cashion Wildcat touchdown.
Well, for the extra point, Adley Jerry, the senior, Kellen Smith, the sophomore, with the hold. Caden Seeley with the snap. We're waiting on the officials to figure out how to get back there. I guess they're not used to seeing extra points out here in Western Oklahoma. Snap, kick is up. It looks good. It is.
It is.
It is. It hit the second.
I told you, it's the net. There's a net back there.
There is a net. I see it.
That's what I was talking about.
They should have had that net at the Texas Georgia game to keep all those water bottles from coming on the field.
Hey, did you see what Vanderbilt was going to do? They put a big net all the way
they
around.
Did not.
So nobody. They're playing Texas this week.
Extra point is good. Wildcats take first blood here, 7-0. It is a 3-minute drive. It was Bolton, a little Austin Compton in between, Grayson Davis. Wildcats with a 42-yard scamper there by the junior for the touchdown. Extra point good by Adley Jerry, and good guys up 7-0.
Hey, I just love high school football.
I know you
got
do.
You got the cheerleaders on both sides, stands, the Cashion Wildcat fan base. There's a good crowd over there.
Yep.
And, bands on both sides. Just love the atmosphere. Got kids flying around to the football on both sides. And, it's just a great small town atmosphere here in Sayre, Oklahoma. Lane says it all the time. Nothing better than high school, small town high school football.
Totally agree.
And it is a beautiful night for football out here in western Oklahoma. And the Cashion Wildcats are up 7-0. Can't get any better than that.
Can't get better than that. I love it. Absolutely love it. And again, that's a big key, as you mentioned. Get out ahead and hold on to it. No Brody Nichols today. We're going back to Gavin Layton. He'll be doing some toe punching off the turf. So from the 40, it'll be Layton kicking to the Cashion sideline toe punch. That will roll out of bounds right around the 35, 36-yard line. So again, Coach Shack, it's been a while. We've had good kickers in the past, but over the last few years, a little ball control. So it'll be the third possession here for Coach Hickson and the Sayre Eagles. Actually, I guess second and a half. After that running to the punter. But
and I'm going to take Avery. She's needing to go for a minute.
Okay.
And like I said, I appreciate you letting me jump on. I'll be back here in a little bit.
Okay.
But I know I'm leaving it in good hands with Mr. Neiman.
Can you bring me a water?
I can.
Okay.
I'll bring you one.
All right, thank you. So from the 41, it will be the Sayre Eagles' third possession of the night. 3:05 on the clock. Again, the Cashion defense has been fantastic. They've given up, in essence, one big play, and that was a 12-yard run by Zeke Chetz, the junior, in that kind of sniffer halfback position. Wildcats showing four-man front. Again, stand up with our outside linebackers. Again, a double wing look here for Coach Hickson and the Eagles. Under center, Camden Plunner, the junior, 5'9", 145. It's going to be a handoff, give to the wingback, chase from the backside. It'll be Max Higdon, nowhere to go as Timmy Jones sets up the wall. It'll be a short gain, another short gain on first down here for the Eagles. Wildcats defense following the playbook here set by Coach Tony Wood. Certainly doing a great work, keeping it second and long, third and long, 2:44 on the clock, 2nd and 8 here for the Sayre Eagles. Right around the 44-yard line. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Wildcats up 7-0 here, trying to hang on to that, get the ball back and add to it here in the first quarter. Plummer will go ahead and hand back underneath, nowhere to go. He's tripped up. Nice work there in the defensive line. Matthew Stockton was in the vicinity along with, looks like number 78. I think that may be 71, Max Hosley today. So that'll be a short gain there by Zeke Chetz, his second carry of the night. Looks like maybe of no gain. So that'll bring up third down and long. This is right where the Wildcats want them. Let's see if Coach Hickson lets Camden Plummer let it go. He had a chance earlier on a long third down trying to find Zane Allen, the wingback, out in a flag. It was Grayson Davis in coverage. Plummer under center. He's going to go pitch outside. Wingback comes back through. Nowhere to go. Great job setting the edge was Timmy Jones. That was number 12, Zane Allen. Gets positive yards there. Gets it right across to about the 47-yard line. Certainly from a standpoint, decision time, looks like Coach Hickson is going to send the punt team out. If I'm Coach Shack, I'm probably staying in safe, but they're going to send Grayson Davis back. So 4th down and about 5. It looks like, again, in a situation here for Coach Hickson, he will show punt formation as number 2, Jaden Moser, back to punt.
He'll let it go. That's a great punt. Grayson Davis will catch in the air at the 20. He'll cut back to the outside, looking for a lane. Probably could have kept on running, looking for some blockers. We need a whistle. And we finally get one. So about a 5-yard return. So good punt there by the sophomore Jaden Mosser. And Wildcats will take over the third possession of the game. First one ended in downs. Wildcats had a costly holding penalty that extended it. Give credit to the Sayre defense getting a couple stops. So from the 25 of the Cashion side with 54 seconds on the clock, Wildcats with the ball. Third possession here, first quarter action. Wildcats last possession going 80. Jaden Bolton getting 42 of that on a touchdown. In motion is Rival Fields out in the flat. Kellen Smith by himself. Bunch formation inside 2x2. Back to pass, Kellen Smith looking across the middle. He's going to go deep. He's got his man, Higdon, and just over his head. Maybe a little miscommunication there. Higdon was wide open. Kellen thought maybe he was going to keep going. Max kind of sat in the soft spot in the zone. I'm going to probably go with the senior here on this one. Just a little too much business, but I do love Kellen stepping into that pass. Really appreciate him and working on those fundamentals. So that'll bring up second down and 10. Again, 49 seconds on the clock here. Hand off to Rival Fields, left side, cuts up, gets another block, falls forward. Nice solid run there by Rival Fields, and I will take that all day. Nice 6-7 yard carry by Rival Fields. He was fantastic last week, over 200 all-purpose yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 1 through the air on a screenplay. And so that'll bring up third down and about, we'll say 2, a long 2, maybe we'll say a short 3. Kellen Smith back to pass, 4 down territory. Kellen's looking, scrambling. Great job by the O-line. He's going to go ahead and keep it. He's going to make a move. A little hezzy. Going to get to the outside. Kellen Smith will go to the sideline. Will be hit as number 2, the sophomore, Jaden Mosser, trying to put the lick. But Kellen says he's going to need a little bit more than that. So great job there with the little Patrick Mahomes hesitation. That's a big run there. Kellen Smith doing a great job this entire season. One of the leading rushers as well as obviously passing. I'll bring up first down and 10, right around the 45-yard line. The Sayre Eagle fan base upset on that last play. Rival Fields now here with 6 seconds, 5 seconds here in the first quarter. Let's see if we get a snap. 2, 1, and we'll have a snap. Hand off to Fields. He's got a convoy, cuts back through, he's got a lane. Great job there by the Sayre Eagles. Number 11 cornerback Hunter Hannaran. He fought through a couple of blocks to make that, but another huge run there by Rival Fields. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. As the Wildcats, your Wildcats have a 7-0 lead. And we'll go to a quick timeout. Hang tight, we'll be back in 30.
DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Accessible, high-quality primary medical care for the entire family. Come see us for all your healthcare needs. We offer a wide array of services for minor illnesses and injuries, physicals, vaccines, screenings, chronic condition management, aesthetics, and even women's health. With locations in both Deer Creek and Cashion, we are always ready to care for your family's needs. Call today to make an appointment. 405-359-1122. DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Dedicated care across the lifespan.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
All right, welcome back. Cashion Wildcat TV live from Sayre, Oklahoma. Neiman and Bobby bringing you tonight's action. Here's the Cashion Wildcats on the road against the Sayre Eagles. Wildcats up 7-0. And with the ball in Sayre territory right around the 49. Second down and about 4. Grayson Davis with the jet sweep keeper is going to get to the outside. Needs a block from Rival Fields. He gets it. Can he go? Cuts back inside. Looking for that other block. Great run, great execution by the Wildcats as they get it all the way down to 31. Grayson Davis making things happen. All right, with the first down pickup, Wildcats will go a little bit quick here. Trips left here. King Underwood, Austin Compton, Grayson Davis. It looks like Max Higdon by himself up top. Gavin Layton, tight end. Kellen Smith by himself. Actually, it's Rival Fields. I apologize. Rival Fields in the slot. 11:41 on the clock. Nice work there by Rival on the block there to spring Grayson Davis. Back to pass. Smith with the dump down inside. Great block by Austin Compton. The outside. Great block by King Underwood. Grayson Davis to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cashion. Wildcats. Fantastic. We're going to have a lot of extracurricular activity as there's a couple of penalties after the play with King Underwood getting hooked up with number 11, Hunter Hanneran. Let's see what happens here. It should stand as the score happened after the extracurricular activities on the Sayre sideline. Let's see what happens here. Again, great job by Kellen Smith finding Grayson out in front. Grayson showing those skills, hands and feet. Wildcats looks like it's going to be against them. It's a tough situation as the flags are in the Cashion backfield, but the penalty between the hookup with King Underwood and the cornerback for the Sayre Eagles, number 11, Hunter Hanneran, was well in front, out near the 20-yard line. The officials talk it over. I want to say it was after the fact. If they want to call holding, it was more of a hand fighting between both of the guys. Coach Shack may turn into Mount Vesuvius here if this one gets called back. Let's see what happens. We'll have holding called against the Wildcats, and we'll have after a personal foul against the Wildcats. And it looks like King Underwood's been ejected. So the best play of the night by the Sayre Eagle defense moves the Wildcats back deep. Against Coach Shack is going to have a conversation. I was watching it. It was both guys. It just happened to be on the Sayre sideline. Tough call here by the Wildcats as King was battling Hanneran, and not to mention he gets ejected. Maybe I'll have to ask some folks to see exactly what happened. Maybe I missed it as I was calling Grayson Davis screaming down the sideline when this particular holding call was thrown. It's going to cost the Wildcats a little bit more than 10 yards if they have the holding plus the unsportsmanlike unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see if the officials get this squared away. And this is the magic of going out to Sayre, Oklahoma. This is our first time out here. Seeing these officials out here in Western Oklahoma. They're not familiar with Cashion. We're not familiar with the officials out here. Let's see if they get this squared away. I know if Cruz is up here, he probably would have had a better eye on what was happening in terms. I did see, again, King Underwood and the cornerback there, Hanneran, kind of mixing it up, going out of bounds. It looks like we'll have... So the holding call was well past the line of scrimmage. So this is the correct situation. So they'll mark off 10, which will move it to about the 30 or so. And then they'll mark off 15, I think, after that. I don't know what's going on. I guess they took off the personal foul, even though, they're going to mark off the 15 now from the 34. So that will put it at the 48-yard line, most likely, if we can count steps and do math. All right, so, hey, listen, after all of that excitement, it's still going to be first down, except it'll be quite a bit here. So from the 48, it'll be first down and about 27-yard line, 27, I think. First down and 28. Wildcats here in this situation. You don't have a 28-yard play. You just keep doing what you're doing. Wildcats have been able to pick up 6, 7, 8 yards on a run on screen plays. I say go right back to it. See what can happen here. Wildcats will go with Gavin Layton and 11 personnel. Rival Fields to the left of Kellen Smith. Austin Compton, Grayson Davis here. Handoff to Rival Fields. He finds a move, breaks one tackle, breaks another. Dragging Sayre Eagles with him, showing that strength. That's a big first down run there for the Wildcats. Getting it all the way to the 30, looks like the 36-yard line. So credit the 12-yard run there by Rival Fields. That'll bring up second down. About 15, so nice work there by Rival. Kellen Smith with a snap. He's going to hand it off. Rival, huge hole. Great block by Grayson Davis. Rival's trying to get to the outside. Moves forward. give credit to number 2. I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with Jaden Moser, a sophomore. He's 5'7", 135, and I think that's being polite, but comes through, gets a big tackle, but fantastic block by Grayson Davis. Rival Fields doing work. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 1. So great job there. Wildcats turning chicken salad into chicken poop from chicken salad. Jaden Bolton bounces it outside. He cuts over, and that'll be a 1st down. So what was 1st down and 27, an absolute dagger to the Sayre Eagle defense. The Wildcats convert that in 3 easily. Wildcats will go back out. So 1st and 10, 7:17 on the clock here. Wildcats up 7-0. Appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Looks like Wildcats will stay with that same set. Gavin Layton at tight end on the left side, strong side. Grayson Davis in the slot. Austin Compton split out. Max Higdon way up there by himself. Keeper by Kellen Smith. He's going to cut back outside. He's going to get about 1 or 2 yards. He's going to keep carrying, folks. They're still moving forward. Great job there and we're going to have a flag here. So let's see what happens. Referees inserting themselves. I don't know if it's a face mask, but you can push. I thought it was still a rule here in high school football that you can push. Let's see what the official says. He says sideline warning, Cashion Wildcats, which is an absolute occurrence in every single game. So if you've been following us here on Cashion Wildcats TV for the last 5 and going into year 6, you know that that's the situation. So just a warning, next time it'll be a 5-yard penalty. So Kellen Smith with the keeper, actually they're going to mark it off. Coach Shack says we haven't had a warning yet. Okay, we haven't had a warning yet, but we're going to go ahead and mark it off. So Western Oklahoma coming into play already. Maybe I missed something. Maybe we don't have warnings anymore. So with that mark off, it'll stay 1st down, and it'll be 1st down and about 11. That was about that was I guess in essence a 4-yard run. So Jaden Bolton next to Kellen Smith to the right. Bolton will get he'll fake it. Kellen Smith running through. Needs to put his foot to the pedal down and get running. He was doing too much dancing. He had a small hole there for a second. Good job there by the Sayre Eagle defense. Linebackers coming through. That'll be 2nd down and about 8, 2-yard gain there for Kellen Smith. Rival Fields checks back in here for the Wildcats. Slade Williams at tight end now as well. So Wildcats will go 12 personnel. Got some nice commentary from my gal Jenny Jones. Rival Fields. Handoff right side, still on his feet. He'll be thrown backwards. Gavin Layton with a block there. If he keeps that block just a little bit longer, that springs my man Rival Field. So it's like about a gain of 2 there. So that'll bring up 3rd down. Definitely 4-down territory here for the Wildcats. We'll say 3rd down and 6. Rival will stay in there. Again, 12 personnel for the Wildcats. Grayson Davis in the out, as well as Max Higdon. Handoff, Rival is going to try to cut back outside, and Wildcats trying to bounce it out. You need to just stick that foot in the ground and get north and south, or in this case of this field, east and west. You need to go up the field. Bouncing it outside has not worked for the Wildcats. So it'll be, I guess, no gain, according to the PA announcer, so that'll bring up 4th and 6. Wildcats will go trips right, so Davis, Higdon, and Austin Compton. Rival Fields to the left of Kellen Smith. And we'll have a timeout here as the official. I don't know what's going on. I guess Coach Hickson gets to have a conversation without calling a timeout. So with 8:05 on the clock, we'll have a stoppage of play here as we'll have a conversation as Coach Hickson was going to ask the umpire to come through. We have a sideline warning on... I'm not sure what's going on here. Hey, while we're trying to figure things out here, I've had a hard time figuring out a lot of things that's been happening here from a standpoint of flags and whistles. But we appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Again, free of charge here on the Squirtle Network. You'll certainly, if you have a chance to help out our fantastic, you see Blue Ribbon Construction there, our fantastic sponsors here. They keep this free of charge all season long for you guys. If you'd like to advertise, we've got plenty of opportunities. Go to cashionwildcats.tv, click on that red advertise button on the very top, and find you an opportunity. Again, close to 100 events throughout the year. And so with that, we'll have a timeout. And listen, again, when things don't make sense, they don't make sense. And right now, I'm just telling you, they don't make sense without an opportunity to have a mic from an official or an understanding of what's going on. Coach Shack very animated right now on the sideline with the head official there, the white hat, in terms of a lot of things happening, in terms of why Coach Hickson's out on the field talking to officials without calling a timeout, with no, I guess, no change or anything like that. And then the idea that here in high school football in Oklahoma, I guess there is no sideline warning. We hadn't seen one yet. Again, a flag has to be thrown, a call has to be made by the umpire, and I guess here we don't have sideline warnings. So Wildcats, that was a big 5-down mark-off as it's now 4th down and 6. So with 8:05, Wildcats will head back out. Timeouts, can't tell. I'm not sure if there was a timeout called. We'll go ahead and take it against the Wildcats. I'm not sure who that was charged against. Again, we're going to have another conversation with Coach Hickson now with the referee. What we thought might be a fast game has not turned into that golly. Officials need to get control of this game. And again, going over there and talking to the Coach Hickson, for the second time here in the last 5 minutes in one play. Kellen Smith snaps the ball. Again, if the official's going to go talk to Coach Hickson, the umpire, which is now this year in OSSAA, is back there as well, needs to make sure that he's standing over the center to ensure no snap. All right, here we go. 4th down and 6. Kellen Smith's going to throw a screenplay. He's got a man. Rival Field's got blockers. Through the lane. Cuts underneath. Is he in? Touchdown. Cashion Wildcats. Well-executed screenplay on 4th down and 6. And Wildcats get their second score of the night. Fantastic execution. The screenplay was not a great play for the Wildcats last year. This year, though, it's been fantastic. Great draw up there by Coach Shack there, allowing the pressure defense of the Eagles to come through as Rival Fields on basically a 25-yard catch, just like against Crescent. Adley Jerry out for the extra point. High snap, kick is up, and it is good. Adley Jerry 2 for 2 on the day, and it's 14-0. Cashion Wildcats with 7:56. So Wildcats taking over with 54 seconds on the clock. And they basically take it, and they go 75 yards. It was a 25-yard pitch and catch on a screen to Rival Fields. Rival working. Gets cut underneath, able to fall in for the touchdown. The extra point is good. Wildcats up 14-0. So if you guys remember Chris's pregame discussion, this is a tough spot for a team that is dedicated run, ball control. Here's a situation where Wildcats are up 14-0. Coach Hickson's not going to bail on his game plan right here in the second quarter, early in the second quarter. 7:56 left. But there comes a point where they got to get a stop and they got to score. Or their offense does not work, right? So it's actually going to be a detriment to them, and the clock will actually not be in their favor. So Wildcats set to kick off. It most likely will be, my guess, Gavin Layton. Let's see if Gavin's out there. A little toe punch action there on the boundary hash. Get some control here from the officials. We appreciate our officials, and again, a lot of times there is training involved and situations where crews are learning. The shortage here has been tough, right? A lot of teams having to play on a Thursday. So Gavin, with his choice to kick off from the hash, does get it. He will go off the tee. It actually looks like it will not be Gavin Layton. It's going to be our man Brody Nichols. So Brody had fantastic kicks against the Crescent Tigers. Bunch formation. Wildcats will spread out. Had that one where Grayson Davis caught in the air. He just needed to let it drop. As the Eagles slightly make an adjustment. Toe punch is going to fall in the hands of an Eagle. He's going to look for a couple space, nowhere to go. It's going to be about a 10-yard return there. It looks like it was number 35. That was going to be Zeke Chetz. It'll be 1st down and 10, right around, looks like the 37-yard line. All right, so 1st and 10, second quarter action here. Appreciate you guys joining us here. Looks like we'll say 36-yard line. So 4th possession of the night here for the Eagles. 7:50 on the clock. All 3 have ended in punts prior to this. I believe 2 first downs for the Eagles, 1 on penalty and 1 by a run by Zeke Chetz. Wildcat pressure, Ethan Wasso from the edge, trying to set it. Handoff into number 12. Tough sledding there for Zane Allen. Not a lot of place to go, but give him credit. He gets about 3 yards on that first down, and that's a positive here for Coach Wilson, or Coach Hickson, I apologize. So 2nd and 7. Again, those 3-yard runs, if you do math, 3 times 4, that's 12 yards. That's a first down. So that's a win there for Coach Hickson and the hometown Eagles. In shotgun now is Plummer. He's going to hand it off inside, nowhere to go. And that's going to be a big-time tackle there by Ethan Waswo and Hosley. Ethan says, I got the ball. I stripped it before a whistle was called. Again, a mix-up there in the backfield, but it was Jaden Mosser who was the unfortunate recipient of the football as he was absolutely destroyed by Max Hosley and Ethan Waswo for a huge tackle for loss. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now here for the Eagles. Again, the over-under was 4 passes here. Let's see if this might be pass number 3 here for Camden Plummer, who's in shotgun. He is going to pass. He's got 3 wide receivers going deep, going up. Hinkton mosses him to midfield. He's got a chance. He's got 2 blockers. Cuts up underneath. Still on his feet. Still going. Gets another bucket to the 10. We're going to have a flag. And that will be a huge INT as Max Higdon, tap your head, fellas, as he climbs the ladder and gets another interception. Huge return, but it will come back a little as a courtesy flag was thrown around the 15-yard line against the Cashion Wildcats. So that was pass number 3, and that's danger time for Coach Hickson. If he has to sit back with Plummer to throw it, with Max Higdon sitting 6'4" at safety, Grayson Davis, and a phenomenal athlete at corner. Again, Kellen Smith, that's just tough to ask there. It was number 11, Hunter Hannaran, the senior, 5'8", 155, who was the intended receiver. He's slow to get up. He's looked like he's grabbing his lower back. Again, just a fantastic play by Max Higdon as he climbs the ladder, goes all the way up. We'll have a block in the back call here by the line judge here on the Sayre side. And so it'll be 1st down and 10. Wildcats getting a huge interception. Wildcats played with penalties thus far tonight, but coming up and getting the first takeaway of the game, an interception return by the senior Max Higdon. I believe that is his 3rd interception. Max had a pick 6 against Crescent last year that went 70. Thought he might have 2 in a row. I know Cheyenne would have been screaming up and down for him if that happened. So with that, the Wildcats will get it on the plus 25. Best field position by far of the night. Wildcats with 6:18 on the clock will take over. It'll be Grayson Davis in the backfield. Gavin Layton now here spread out. Looks like actually it's going to be empty backfield. Layton, Davis, and Austin Compton here on the field side. Up top will be rival fields. Max Higdon, empty set here for Kellen Smith. Give credit to the O-line. They've actually done a really great job. And we have another flag, so we'll have delay of game. I believe the seventh flag, I think Kellen's like it never was moved. And so the umpire will call the flag. It's a tough situation here for the Wildcats. Another penalty. I'm with you, Kellen. They never reset the clock to 25. So that'll bring it 1st and 15. Let's see if they put 25 on the clock. They do. So game clock is at 5:56 running, play clock at 20. Same formation here for the Wildcats. Nothing changes. 1st and 15 now. Wildcats been double sticks all night long. Back to pass, Kellen Smith. He's got the flare to Grayson Davis. Makes one guy try to miss, and he'll be tackled. Give credit to number 27. Aiden Ball, the sophomore. We've called his name quite a bit tonight, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 15. Running clock here it is running 5:26. Wildcats looking to add this 14-0 lead here. No panic here for this Wildcats led by Coach Shack. Rival Fields in the backfield now joining Kellen Smith. Gonna be a snap, going to be rolled to his right. It'll come back to Grayson Davis right at the sticks. That's a good job there by number 13, Tate Bowden, the sophomore, coming up in coverage, knocking it out of the hands of Grayson Davis. And we're going to have another conversation here with the umpire or with the referee. And honestly, I love this. Like, again, it does look like this may be a new crew or this crew with some new parts. I do appreciate the referee taking his time to make sure that he's talking to his team, making sure everyone's in a good spot. 3rd and 15, actually it says 3rd and 17, looks like. Actually, I apologize, on the board and on there. So back to in shotgun, Kellen Smith. Heavy load, handoff to Rival. He's got a small lane, cuts back through. He's got one guy miss. Makes second guy kind of miss there a little bit. A little extracurricular activity as number 12, Zane Allen, the senior, tries to come up and tackle Rival Fields. Comes up a little bit slow. A huge run there. Brings up 4th and extremely manageable. 4th and about 2 here. Handoff to Rival, cuts back through, falls forward, breaks a tackle, breaks another. Karen Eagles, and that'll be a huge first down for the Wildcats. So with 4:44 on the clock, Wildcats staring at a 2nd and 17. We're able to convert that. Going fast here for the Wildcats. It's another keeper, actually another flare outside, in and out of the hands of Grayson Davis. Give credit to number 13. That's Tate Bowden again coming through. He actually came through and got in the way there with the blocking Max Higdon. Grayson's going to want that one back again anyway. If he catches that, that's probably a touchdown. That's unfortunate. So that brings up 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with the incompletion, 4:39. Wildcats from the 10-yard line. Kellen Smith will pump. He's looking for Higdon. He's going to go ahead and keep it. And great coverage there by the Sayre Eagles. That was the correct decision there by Kellen Smith as he takes the loss. Give credit to number 44, Brock Ashton, the junior, on the tackle. And that's actually, give credit to the DBs there for the Eagles on the coverage sack, as Kellen had plenty of time, had the double move, had the pump. And so with that, 3rd down and 13 from the 13, 3rd and goal, I should say. Keeper, Kellen Smith rolling to his right. He's got Austin Compton in the flats. And it's caught for right at the goal line. So great ball. You want Austin to get to the end zone, but nice work there. He's got to learn his landmarks in that situation, but great concentration. So 4th and goal, 3:45. Looks like Rival Fields will keep it. He'll cut back, falls forward. Is he in? Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. Rival Fields on the 3-yard dive play, and the Wildcats add another one to the board. Rival Fields, great job by the interior line. Center, Caden Seeley on the left side there. Matthew Stockton, Juan Melendez. Nice work there. Wildcats punch it in, convert on another long down and distance. Adley Jerry out for the extra point. Snap from Caden Seeley, holds. Kellen Smith, kick is up. It's good. Add another one. Adley Jerry stays perfect on the day, 3 for 3, and the Wildcats add to the lead, 21-0. Rival Fields on the 3-yard touchdown run. Wildcats getting this one with 6:18 on the clock at the 25 after the interception from Max Higdon. Actually, it marked back a little bit further than that based on the holding. Wildcats take about 3 minutes off the clock, punch it in on 4th down, and add to the lead, 21-0 here from Sayre. Again, we appreciate you guys joining us here from Sayre, Oklahoma. It's Cashion Wildcat TV powered by Squirtle, #1 leading streaming service in the state of Oklahoma. Big shout out to our guys, Adam Diesel Horse, Corey Rogers, and the guys. Neiman Abavi, my man Maddox Gibson on the camera. We had Chris earlier. He may come back here in a little bit. We'll have lessons with Lane at halftime. Please make sure that you hang tight with us. But the Wildcats up big here, 21-0. Oh, here comes Chris. I was just saying it. My man. Oh, thank you, sir. God bless you. God bless you. All right, Chris. Well, welcome back. A lot of fireworks since you've been gone. That's
all kinds of things have happened. I mean, saw a lot of pink flags come out. Some things I'm not sure. I tried to figure out as much as I could on the ejection. I mean, went back and watched. Looked like King was just blocking a guy completely into the stands, which Have you ever seen The Blind Side?
Yep.
I mean, that's what they,
You go to the whistle.
You play to the whistle, and a kid actually came off the sideline and got in King's face. And so I don't know. I don't think anybody heard him say anything because King doesn't talk, for one. And then, two, there was nobody around it. So I'm not sure what.
So this is what I saw. I saw King Underwood, a freshman, absolutely drive another kid out of bounds on a block on a return. There was extracurricular activity, but in my opinion, no reason for King to get ejected.
No.
It should have been offsetting at the worst.
Yeah. And then the I guess no tush push in Oklahoma
I guess so.
high school football, which I did look up the rules, and that is in high school football you cannot assist.
Keeper Plummer looking to pass, guys in his face. Caleb Duran says, "No, sir."
And we were well over the 4 over under, and so I think I'm going to be right on my prediction.
Hey, and as I say, as the number 1 color guy in Oklahoma, no doubt you're correct. And you bring me water, too, so God bless you. So good job there by the Wildcats, not fooled. Again, Coach Hickson down 21-0. This is the worst possible situation for him down in this situation. Wildcats now, they can go into control, clock maintenance. Plummer, it is Plummer, back to pass and shotgun. He's going to try to throw one. Tipped up in the hands of Higdon. Could have had number 2. Timmy Jones with a fantastic play, dropping back in the zone. Tips it up, and Higdon could have seen house on that one.
Yeah, I mean, from the defensive side of the ball, I mean, we are just running through them. They can't get anything, any kind of rhythm or get any of their blocks. I mean, because I think, you got those big boys up front, Matthew, and you have
Max Hosley,
and they're just controlling everything up front. And for an offense like this, at double wing, if you can't control the line of scrimmage, you're in trouble. And right now you got some boys up front for the Cashion Wildcats that are just kind of doing what they want.
2nd and 10, or actually 3rd and 10, back to pass, rolling out as Plummer chasing him as Waspo from the backside. It looks like we're going to have a flag, most likely a holding or a block in the back. Travis Loeffel Holsey, as well as Slade Williams in pursuit. Let's see if the Wildcats accept this penalty. I bet you Coach Wood does. We do have holding. So I believe that's the first penalty called on Sayre tonight. I believe that's the case.
No, they had a sideline warning. They had a sideline warning.
They did have a sideline. Well, what's the difference between a warning and an actual penalty?
Oh, yeah. Well, the flag came out of the pocket.
Okay.
In there.
Okay,
maybe not.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out that rule. I thought you still got a warning here in Oklahoma.
That flag that was on the other side against us, that wasn't a sideline warning.
That wasn't.
It was not.
Okay.
And I could hear the official.
Okay.
He said it wasn't a sideline warning. The guy up here said it was. But it was aiding the runner.
Okay.
That's why I said
that's
there's
what
no
it was.
tush push.
Okay.
Because somebody was dragging. I can't remember who it was just dragging Kellen along there. And that's when the flag came out, and that's what he turned around and said.
I got it.
Aiding the runner.
This is why I need you up here, brother. I had no idea. I had to go with the umpire.
It was because I was standing right there as Avery was getting her running around in, but she wanted a snack, and so we came back. So
Well, while we were talking, it was 4th down and long. Plummer had nowhere to go as he had Travis Levelholz, the senior, as well as Max Hosley and Ethan Waswo all up in his business. And that's a turnover of down. So the Wildcats have a chance here with 3 minutes exactly on the clock, 5th possession. The last 3 going for touchdowns. Let's see if they can make it 4 in a row. It will be from the Sayre side of the field, from the 49, back to pass. Kellen Smith coming back in the tunnel. Max Hosley's got a couple blockers. We're going to have another flag. This line judge has been extremely busy. Thankfully they flip at the half, so he'll be on the Cashion side. So I'm not sure what you saw there. I don't think I saw a holding, but that may be what we see here. We do have a block in the back, so a holding and 2 blocks in the back on this side. The Wildcats maybe just need to run it to the other side of the field, maybe. Again, it was a good run, a good pitch and catch. We haven't seen a lot of tunnel screens from Max Higdon this year, but good ball. Wildcats staying conservative from their approach. After another penalty, I think this is the 8th penalty of the half here for the Wildcats. It'll bring up 1st down and, again, double sticks. Clock running 2:53. So, again, it'll be 1st down and 20. It'll be Kellen Smith, empty set here.
I was just trying to go back and look and see.
It should be offside. So, yep, good call there by the official. That was easy.
So, pretty much what happened there is Grayson went to block the guy. The guy turns his back to
Yeah,
him because he doesn't want to get hit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Grayson continues to block. He's
Yeah.
already engaged.
Yeah.
And they called it a block in
Yeah.
the back.
We've seen that called before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're already engaged and the guy turns around, is that a block in the back?
Not
Or
in my books.
How do you?
I don't
how
know.
do you?
I don't know. I would say play football. Don't turn around. Don't do 360s. Kellen Smith, empty set, screen pass. Grayson Davis, great job by Rival Fields with the block. Cuts back inside. Hoop-de-doo, jukey juke. Ball's loose, picked up. The Wildcats will recover. Grayson Davis doing great work. Give credit. I think he knocks that out of his own hands. And give credit, was that...
I think it was the words you were using that made the ball go, wait, what? What?
Whoop! So Austin Compton,
And
Johnny
there's a
on the
flag.
spot, is able to jump on that one. We will have a flag. I don't know if that's an illegal touch.
Maybe was it a face mask
It
on the tackle?
It may have been. That may have been the reason he lost it. We'll see what happens. A lot of flags. You know, it is October and, Cancer Awareness Month, right? So I
We
guess
are getting the pink in.
We are getting it
Like
in.
it.
So let's see what our white cap here has to offer as he gets to the hash. We'll have a man downfield.
It was a backwards pass. The pass was behind the line of
Yes.
scrimmage.
Yes. Illegal participation.
Okay.
So I apologize. Yeah.
So we had 12.
So we had 12. Not sure how that happens. Hey, listen, Wildcats are looking to get every single penalty known to man during this game. So what was a great pass and run, especially run by Grayson Davis, some great blocking again. Rival Fields has been phenomenal blocking there along with Austin Compton and Max Higdon. It will stay first down. It was 1st and 20, then it turned 1st and 15. Now we move it back to the looks like the 43-yard line.
So there's 11.
So back to in shotgun, Kellen Smith by himself, trips down below.
We had
It'll be
11.
it'll be Gavin Layton actually at tight end. Max Higdon by himself. I don't know. Maybe
when Grayson fumbled it, did somebody come off the sideline and pick it up or something?
I don't know. It's our first little pass there across the middle as Max Higdon, little T-Rex arms. He had that one hand. I think if he would have gotten.
Okay, so that's what it was. Is we had when Grayson fumbled it, one of our guys was blocking and blocked out. Was blocked
out of bounds and came back in and touched
But it shouldn't have been all the way back. It should have been a spot foul, right?
Yeah.
No? I don't know.
know.
But if you come back in, it's only when you're the ball
has to be the guy. I think it has to be the guy that. Well, he can't advance it, that's for sure.
So you can't try to jump on a fumble if you're gone out of bounds?
Yeah.
I thought it was the first person to touch the ball after you throw it.
Yeah.
You can't touch it, but that's on a pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure. Kellen Smith with the keeper. He's going to drag a few Sarah Eagles with him. Wildcats finally, again, with 1:40 on the clock. This has been absolutely mayhem. It'll bring up third. Actually, it's second. Is it not second down? Oh, that pass by incompletion. That's right. So third down and about 7 here. The PA announcer doing a great job getting the Sarah Eagles pumped up here. Appreciate our guy next door. Certainly from the standpoint, it is going to be 4-down territory here for the Wildcats nonetheless. So 3rd and 7, 1:16 on the clock. Kellen Smith in shotgun. Max Higdon going across the field. He's going to get the pass play. He's going to go ahead and keep it. He's going to cut up. And he's going to get tackled. Rival's got to keep his block there. And I'm not sure what Max was doing. Max just kind of trotted out. He needs to put that foot down and get upfield. So maybe just a safe play here in this situation to run the clock here. And looks like we'll have a timeout. It'll be Cashion. So Wildcats will stop the ball clock with 54 seconds here. And that'll bring up 4th down in about 8. You checking out some extra stuff there, partner?
Yeah, just looking at the rules. See, if the ball is fumbled and an offensive player is blocked out of bounds or is blocking and goes out of bounds, as long as they establish themselves back into the –
maybe he did.
But I think –
maybe he dove from out of bounds.
I think what happened was the official actually thought somebody just came off the sideline and picked the ball up because they called it illegal participation.
Right.
If that was a illegal touching or whatever, that would have been the –
well, heck, if that's the rule, man, anytime you have a fumble, the entire team should jump out on it.
40 people, let's roll.
Let's go. Let's get on it. Yeah, yeah. That's a tough one. Maybe I may have to ask my brother-in-law Dave Hammonds, a referee supreme, on the call on that one. regardless, this has been a flag fest. It has not been pretty. Wildcats, I think, double digits in penalties thus far. Definitely have more flags than Sayre has points at this point, and first downs. Let's see if the Wildcats can kind of figure this out. We will be kicking off to Sayre to start the third quarter. Wildcats sitting at 4th and 6. This is definitely manageable. I'm telling you, 4th and 6, 54 seconds. Coach Shack, I believe, has one timeout left. Did we get charged a timeout down there? There was a whole bunch of business going on.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
4th and 6. Kellen Smith in shotgun, 12 personnel. 2 tight ends, Gavin Layton, Slade Williams. Up top, we've got rival Max and Grayson Davis. We got a lot of grass out here towards us. Back to pass, Kellen Smith. Pressure's on. He's going to get hit. Ball's loose. And it won't matter as Slade Williams get absolutely beat off the edge there by the number 27, Aiden Ball. Aiden Ball, defensive MVP right now for Coach Hickson and the Sayre Eagles.
Yeah, that was one of those plays that's going to take a little bit of time to kind of come together. And like you said, that defensive end there, number 27, did a good job of just flying around the corner and was able to get to the quarterback, knock the ball out before Kellen even knew what hit him.
So on the plus side, the best, almost the best territory is field position, definitely the first starting position here for the Eagles. They'll go back to their traditional look. Under center is Plummer. Little reverse back outside. The edge is not set, and going out of bounds will be number 11, Hunter Hannaran. You know, with all 3 timeouts and 41 seconds, I think it's plenty of time, but I'm not sure if it's enough time for them to dink and dunk like this to get in.
Well, I mean, that's their offense. I mean, that's what they've got to do. And if they can continue to go out of bounds and get 4 or 5 yards, you know, that's going to stop the clock. And then they've got the 3 timeouts to throw in there in between.
Plummer back to pass. Ethan Waspo in his face coming back to backside. Pressure's on. It's going to be Gavin Layton eventually, and that's a big, big tackle there as Coach Hickson's going to have to burn a timeout.
Could you tell what he went out there and talked to them about?
No, you know what? No timeout was charged. This was the same time situation where we didn't have the sideline warning, and we still had a flag go against us. Or actually, you said it wasn't a sideline. It was a sideline warning.
But that's what Shaq was going.
And maybe that was the deal. Maybe he just wanted to get a clarification. But I'm not sure in that situation that you do that. And not only did that happen, but the umpire didn't go and hold the snap. We snapped the ball without the officials being, the referee being ready. I mentioned, the head referee here, the gentleman in the white cap. He's been doing a lot of talking. So I'm just gonna maybe this might be a newer crew. A group that he's working through, maybe not, but it's always good to communicate. When you see an official crew that's communicating and over communicating, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I never got a clarification on why we had 2 separate 2-minute conversations with Coach Hickson on the sideline.
I've just seen some calls tonight that you don't see very often, so that's why I've been trying to look at some of the rules and some of them like the assisting the runner, where we thought it was a sideline warning, and everybody's like, why are we not getting a warning? And plus, on that sideline, if you can't tell from the camera angle, it's less than a sideline than Cashion has at our football field, and we have no sideline.
No sideline.
So, whenever we thought it was a sideline warning, everybody's kind of like, there's no sideline. But it wasn't a sideline warning. It was assisting the runner.
So, great screenplay there by the Eagles. Well executed there as Plummer, running for his life, dumps it into number 12. Zane Allen, and which is the best play of the night here for the Eagles. After the turnover of downs and the sack, actually, it will be first down and goal. It looks like, actually, it's going to be first down and 10 right from the 11 and a half. It'll be a timeout. That'll be the second timeout here by Coach Hickson. So this is the best spot here for these guys. And again, the Eagles will get the ball right at halftime.
Yeah, and I think, Coach Hickson's probably going, hey, great run there, bud, but go ahead and get out of bounds there. Let's stop the clock. We can set up, run a play, and still have 2 timeouts in our pocket. Right here, you're down to 20. Well, still got 22 seconds left in the half. So he's got time to run a play, maybe not have to call a timeout, but he's got to tell his team in this timeout don't lay around. Get up, get back to the ball quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I'm sure Coach Hickson has not only the first play, but maybe the second and even third play ready to go in these situations. So with that, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Wildcats need to hold here. Don't want to let the Eagles score. They've held the shutout. Again, the Wildcats not helping their defense with the turnover of downs and all the penalties. Under center will be number 17, the junior Camden Plummer. He's going to snap. He's going to reverse, coming back outside, setting the edge. Gavin Layton in pursuit, and he'll go out of bounds. Let's see if he rolls it. He will, and they'll have to call their last timeout, and that's the danger there. If you don't get, as Chris, as you said, if you don't get outside, that extra yard ain't going to mean nothing. So give credit, though, there to number 12. I believe that was Zane Allen on another good carry.
Yeah, and they're pulling, the plays out of the playbook here. They don't run screen passes.
Yep.
They ran one. It worked. Now we've seen it. It's still the first half, so we'll be ready for that next time. I'm sure Coach Wood will say, hey, we haven't seen much of that because they don't run that play. Here's what to look for now. Be ready for that in the second half. And then 2 of their biggest plays in this drive have been like a double reverse.
Yeah.
You do a double reverse too many times, the ball's probably going to wind up on the ground at some point.
Now, you're exactly right. Because
you're
the
playing
pressure,
with fire right there.
Now, you're right, especially in that tight formation, as it just takes one person coming through the middle, a Max Hosley and Matthew Stockton, a blitzing Timmy Jones to blow that up.
Yep.
And we've actually seen it where their progressions haven't been as fast and crisp, and they're barely getting the ball off. All right, so with that, no more timeouts. 15 seconds on the clock. It's do or die here for Coach Hickson. I expect a pass play here. I don't expect a run. I can't expect
it. It would be a pass. They don't have any timeouts left, so they're going to throw the ball. If it goes incomplete, clock stops, and then they can maybe try to draw up some kind of play. I'm sure they already have it ready and called to go.
So it's going to be a fullback underneath, and that's it. So let's see if 8 seconds, 7 seconds, they'll try to get to the line. They're going to get a snap, and they're going to throw it down. And with 3 seconds, they were able to get it off. I didn't look like they got set to me. It looks like it should have been a legal formation in my perspective. I don't think they had enough guys on the line. But again, the line judge, they've been on all over it today. And they move it back up. So that's 4th down, so do or die here.
4th down and 4 to go.
So 4th and 4. From the 4, or from the, actually from the 6. That play there, that handoff to Zeke Chetz has worked well for them. I'm not sure if they go back to it here. Most likely a double reverse again. We'll see what happens. We've got number 11, Hunter Mahanaran, and Zane Allen, the wingbacks here. And looks like we'll finally have it place. So 25 seconds on the play clock, game clock. This is it, 3 seconds. Plummer under center. And it was definitely going to be a pass play.
Well, if I was them, I would have ran that pass play the play before.
I agree.
That way, if it wasn't a touchdown, the clock would have stopped. You'd have still had 2 downs. Maybe run another pass play.
And then if you wanted to run it, you could run it.
Run that double reverse and see what happens.
So with the step off, that's going to be 5 yards.
But that's me after the fact. So
it moves it back to the 9. Plummer under center. He's going to be back to pass. Jump pass. That's going to be knocked down, and that's going to be incomplete. Great job by Max Higdon coming around the intended receiver. That was number 11, Hunter Hannaran. And that's halftime as the Wildcats are able to shut out the hometown Sayre Eagles here tonight thus far through 2 quarters.
Yeah, great job on the defensive side of the football of just really blowing up anything that they want to try to do on the offensive side of the ball. Our defense, there's a lot of big, heavy guys right there in the middle of this defense. Sayre, they've got some good kids that'll fly around the football, put out a lot of good effort. It's just hard to move a big guy like Matthew Stockton. I watched him on that last play. He put his head down, got some leverage, and was driving a guy back into the quarterback there. And so great job by the defense in this first half. Let's see if they can hold it up in the second half. Sayre's done a good job of coming out in the second halves of games and really having success. Well, let's see how the Cashion Wildcat go in, make adjustments, see how the Sayre Eagles go in and make adjustments.
All right. That's a great call out there. Listen, we appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. We're at halftime. Wildcats up 21-0. This is a huge intra-district game here in A1 as the Wildcats battling out the Sayre Eagles along with Fairview and Hidden, all tied up at 3-1. This one will go a long way if the Wildcats can take care of business here, take care of the ball, limit the penalties, walk out here with a victory. You'll have a chance again to continue to move forward through the back end here of the season. So we'll go to a quick timeout. We'll have lessons with Lane, and we'll have you guys entertained here in a few minutes. Take care.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back. Halftime live from Sayre, Oklahoma, as your Cashion Wildcats up 21-0 here at halftime. Neiman Abavi here with you, and we have our fantastic local expert of all things, from cattle to football to, name it.
I'm getting ready to throw a little knowledge on you tonight.
I want to hear that. Lane Broadbent, Lessons with Lane. Lane, welcome. Wildcats up 21-0. It was probably the most pitiful, ugly 6 minutes of football in terms of penalties and stoppage, but
I couldn't tell where the ball's at. They're like, it's on the 40. No, it's a 42.
Well,
no, it's a 41. They kept on moving that football around. I couldn't stop.
I got a text from. Well, first of all, I got several texts. You know, it's a good game when my texts are full. Chad Tishner providing. I think there was some commentary regarding some of the players moving the ball at some points as well, and super fan Keith White with a couple commentaries. But yeah, it was. I think Wildcats, again, I'll have to go back and look at the stats, but from a penalty standpoint, not clean, but also not fortunate to be up 21-0. Definitely in control.
You bet. You know, they run that offense where you can't see anything that's going on. you can't, and the thing that's terrible about what Sayer's doing is they're not a come-from-behind team.
Right.
I mean, that style of offense they run,
Right.
this is more of a grind. We're up 10-0, 14-0, and we're going to run 8 minutes off the clock. They're going to be – it's going to be very, very difficult for them to catch up. Do you see the town square from here?
Beautiful.
It is. It's crazy
Yeah,
good.
it's gorgeous. County. See, that courthouse is actually way nicer than anything in Guthrie.
Oh, yeah.
Or in Kingfisher or in Norman.
Cordell has a similar
Beautiful.
courthouse. Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
This
And-
is birthplace of Lane Broadbent. Did you know
Is
that?
it really?
yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
knew I felt something when we hit the exit there. I was like, oh, there's a warm, fuzzy feeling. So,
And it's also the home of a guy named Walter Merrick. He is famous in the 60s and 70s by raising quarter horses.
Okay.
He raised a quarter horse called Easy Jet, which all the horse people would know Easy Jet. Easy Jet was a world record holder, I think, quarter horse racehorse.
All right. So
And was famous. They have a ranch. I guess they still
is
have
it
a
the
ranch.
Merrick Ranch?
The Merrick Ranch.
Does he have like an award or some museum named after him?
I'm sure
is
that
the Quarter
he
Horse
does.
Museum
I'm
down
sure he does.
Okay.
I mean, he was big time there for 20 or 30 years. I don't know if they're still around, but Easy Jet was the horse they had.
Okay. All right. Very
A little
good.
knowledge there.
Yeah. We always know we're going to get some lessons with Lane.
This is just a funky field. You know, we're down there on the right below us is below the press box is where all the kids are filming, and that's the only way for people to get to and from the concession stand to their seats. And so there is a continuous line of people walking in front of us.
Yeah.
And the end zones. Have you been down the field?
No.
The end zones have an incline at the very end of the end zone.
A little,
it's like a
little berm.
Right.
Keep the water on the grass. Keep the water coming down on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have an incredible band. Have you heard their band?
I did. They did a great job, and I forgot to offer my compliments to the band during the national anthem. Yeah.
I was impressed with them. Yale High School had a great band. Welton had a pretty good band, but this band is coming on. He hits hard. He's just gotten better and better.
Yeah,
And you know, we're gonna. You really can't see it tonight, but Ethan Waspo is going to pay dividends when we get into that playoff stuff. He is a big enough kid, and he's going to be a force here when we get into the playoffs.
Well, we saw it in Crescent. We've seen it already today. You can't single him up. You've got to double and sometimes triple him up. And when you do that, that's a bad day because you've got people like Caleb Durant, Matthew Stockton, Max Hosley, Timmy Jones screaming down in the gaps.
Max Higdon, another incredible interception. He had that interception last week where he caught it around his shoelaces and ran it in, and then he had an interception here. And he could have had another kind of went off his hands, but it got tipped 2 or 3 times. So you can kind of forgive him on that. With that interception he had was a
fantastic, and it was super clean. And you know why I know it was super clean? Because nobody on the Sayre sideline was screaming pass interference.
Yeah.
He absolutely out-jumped him. As guys like you and I say, he got mossed. Other kids would tap, the younger kids they tap their helmet as he went over the top and made shorty out of him.
And maybe the shocker of the season,
please,
is King Underwood getting thrown out of a game.
Yeah,
he's got a little fight to him. You know, my son is in the same class as him, and my son is really not scared of anybody. He's scared of King. He's like, don't want to fight King. And he's super gentle and laid back, but he's got a little fire to him.
Well, to that note, a lot of people have been texting to ask what happened. We'll have to go back here. After we go to commercial, I'll have to go back on my phone and take a look. I did not see any punches thrown. I did not see. Did you see anything, Maddox? What I saw and I was calling the run because I was looking down the sideline as Grayson Davis was going to go score. I was watching exactly what was happening with King. The fact, first of all, that they called a hold, I thought was terrible because he was driving his man out of bounds, and both guys were basically hand fighting, and it must have been.
There must have been some words exchanged or something.
Well, I don't even with words. That's not enough for an ejection, in my opinion. There had to have been a punch thrown, and that in some situations. So we'll have to go back and look. That is the only thing that would immediately get a player ejected. But hey, listen, to your point though, I love his physicality. I love what he's doing and what he's bringing, and so we'll need more of that.
A little. If you have just a few minutes for a little King story,
let's do it.
King was like, he's probably 8 or 10 years old. We go play at a basketball tournament in Edmond. He's playing a kid that's even bigger than him, and King's a pretty big kid. And this big kid, King's got glasses on. This big kid rebounds the ball, turns around, and elbows King in the face. His glasses break in half and fall on the ground. King chases him around the court, like 2 or 3 victory laps around the court, swinging at him, hitting him. They get the coaches get out on the court. King's mom comes down on the court. She starts yelling at fans. Fans start yelling at her. I thought we were going to have to fight our way out of it. Maddox was probably playing that game too. King can get fired up.
Hey, and it's so funny that you mentioned that. When we were on the drive here, Chris was kind enough to let me be chaperoned in the luxurious Ford Expedition with Maddox and the family, and we were talking about just dudes in Cashion.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost for me, when we moved in, it was Matthew Farrell. I remember going to a game at Luther, and my first experience with Matthew Farrell was on kickoffs. This guy absolutely killing this poor child.
He killed that quarter. He hurt that quarterback. He's out for 3 or 4 weeks.
And so we were just talking about dudes. What dudes are out there? And there's been a lot of them in Cashion, and that's something you got to have. You got to walk around with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, a little bit of intensity. You always have to have at least 2 or 3 guys that can kind of get after it, and so
Rival Fields may become that dude.
I love
really.
what I'm seeing.
He may
with
be that dude.
I love seeing that. Hey, let's do some stats real quick. I know we just got a few minutes left as the boys are out. Wildcats first downs 11 to Sayre 3. Shouldn't be a shock to you here. 237 to 60 total yards. Sayre, I think a couple of first downs, 2 or 3 first downs. I think 1 from penalty. Wildcats have done what they needed to do. On the ground mainly with 197. 40 through the air, a lot of that in flares, screen passes, and tunnel screens. The number that stands out for me, again, 8 for 65, 8 penalties for 65 yards. It felt like the Wildcats were working double sticks the entire second quarter. But again, I wouldn't trade a thing. Kellen Smith, 7 for 14 for 40 and a touchdown. But again, rival fields, you mentioned it, 82 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Jaden Bolton, 60 yards rushing and 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Wildcats doing it. Actually, returning the favor back to Sayre in this situation, right? Doing it on the ground.
Shaq had this. This was his offense whenever he was all through high school.
Is that right? That's right, at Morrison.
They ran that offense, and so Shaq should know how to defend it.
All right, Lane, we're in and out of our internet for some reason. This, it is what it is. But what are thoughts for the second half here for the Wildcats?
Just keep doing what we're doing, running the ball. They're going to have a hard time with their style of offense. They're going to have a hard time generating enough offense to come back. I mean, the thing that killed them is them not scoring into the half.
Right.
If they had scored at the end of the half and then they got the ball, now they
have a chance.
They have a chance of being 21-14 if they'd score. So
and stay within what they're doing.
They're in trouble now.
All right, that's Lessons with Lane. Appreciate you, Lane. Go enjoy your time underneath the press box.
Fighting Eagles.
Fighting Eagles, yeah. Enjoy it. All right. We'll go to commercial. Be right back.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit magnoliaestatesok.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Accessible, high-quality primary medical care for the entire family. Come see us for all your healthcare needs. We offer a wide array of services for minor illnesses and injuries, physicals, vaccines, screenings, chronic condition management, aesthetics, and even women's health. With locations in both Deer Creek and Cashion, we are always ready to care for your family's needs. Call today to make an appointment. 405-359-1122. DC Family Healthcare and Wellness Clinic. Dedicated care across the lifespan.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ.
All right, welcome back. Second half action about to start here on CashionWildcats.tv. I'm Neiman Abavi. Thanks for joining us here live from Sayre, Oklahoma, as your 5-2 Cashion Wildcats taking on the 5-2 Sayre Eagles. Big intra-district battle here. Wildcats up 21-0 as we start the third quarter. Wildcats kicking off. It'll be Gavin Layton with the toe punch off the ground. That's going to land right around a 36-yard line. Going to the outside, back inside, nowhere to go is number 11, Hunter Hannaran. That'll be a return of maybe about 1 yard. And that'll be it for the Eagles on the return. I appreciate you guys joining us here. It's been a fun night for the Wildcats thus far, taking care of business.
9-yard line. It's going to be a Spike Needle first and 10.
Wildcats on defense have done yeoman's work shutting out this powerful Sayre Eagles double wing offensive set. They've scored a lot of points this year. Wildcats staying in that basically that 3-4 look. It'll be Plummer under center, pitch back out to the wing back, and nowhere to go is number 12. Give credit to the extra effort there by Zane Allen. And he may get about 1 or 2 yards on that. It'll bring up second down and about 8. You guys give me a sec here as I answer a few texts here. All right, 2nd and 8 here for the Eagles. In shotgun is Plummer. Inside handoff. Nice little run there. Good job there by the wingback, number 13, Tate Bowden, the sophomore, 6'1", 175. Nice positive play there, and it's 3rd and manageable here for Hickson. You know, I don't know if Coach Hickson is in a situation here early on to start to burn 4th downs, but down 21-0, he might be in that spot here early, at least in this possession. So that'll bring up 3rd down, and it says about 4 on the scoreboard. I'm going to say it's about right, 3rd and 4. Again, appreciate you guys joining us. It's going to be a handoff to Adams. He's going to try to find a small lane. He gets maybe 1 or 2 yards. A phenomenal spot here by the line judge. Wow. That is an amazing spot. Actually, a full 1.5 yard spot there by the line judge. I had number 11, Hunter Hannaran, or actually that was number 12, Zane Allen, stopped about 1.5 yards back. But it'll bring up 4th and 1. Definitely very manageable here for the Sayre Eagles offense. Again, it's Plummer under center. Let's see, they're going to go wedge. They're going to keep him, and that'll be he's still on his feet as he's going to get thrown down. It's dangerous. The officials need to blow the whistle, and he'll get the first down. So give credit getting the fantastic spot there on 3rd down. Makes it 4th and 1. Extra push there on the quarterback wedge. Again, a staple here of Coach Hickson's offense. They usually get about 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down with that particular play. Let's see if they go back to it. Their best play tonight has been the double reverse in the screen play. In shotgun is Plummer. Wildcats back. Handoff inside. Again, that's going to be Allen, I apologize. Zane Allen. And it's going to get an extra set of carry there. Wow. Wildcats need to wake up as it ends up on the plus side of the Cashion territory. Again, positive yards here. 2nd and, I'll say about 4 again for the, they're going to say 2nd and 5 here for the Eagles. Give credit to Zane Allen, the senior, one of 3 seniors here for Coach Hickson. In shotgun again is Plummer. This has been a good set here for them. Wildcats will send the pressure. Backside, Matthew Stockton, nowhere to go. Fantastic work on the interior push. Donut King, get the O's up. And so good work there, Timmy Jones, as well as Caleb Duran. No gain. It looked like it should have been a loss of about 1, but they'll say no gain on the line judge. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. In this case, for sure, it's going to be 4-down territory for Coach Hickson. Most likely thinking about getting 2 or 3 and then getting 2 or 3. No need to have to throw anything out of the, out of sequence or out of series for themselves. So 3rd and 5, clock running, 8:21 here, already a 3.5-minute drive. Back in shotgun, handoff inside to Allen. He's going to try to find something. He'll fall forward. It looks like Ethan Waswo with the tackle absolutely swallows him up. He'll get about 3, maybe 2 yards. And I'll bring up another 4th down here. Back-to-back 4th downs. This one 4th and 3. Well, hello, Mr. Chris Gibson. You're up.
Hello. We had concession stand. We played. It was a good time out there.
All right. Very good. All right, 4th down and 3. Big stop opportunity for the Wildcats. 7:40 on the clock. Shotgun Plummer is going to hand off a little reverse. Coming back outside. Small lane. Give credit to number 2, still on his feet. Again, Jaden Moser, if he's 135 pounds, that may be with a couple of plates on him. But the kid plays big time, tough kid, and it's a big 1st down run there. And again, Coach Hickson, this is kind of what they envisioned here tonight, and they're getting it here. And you mentioned adjustments at halftime.
Well, every game I've watched them on any film, they came out at halftime and just really were able to pull away from teams in the games that they lost and the games that they won. And they've made some adjustments. They're pulling out a few plays we didn't see in that first half, and they're able to move the ball. And it's not been big plays. It's been 3-4 yards. It's taken all 4 downs every single time.
Zane Allen bounces outside. Gavin Layton is unable to set the edge. Wildcats seem a little slow and just not as aggressive as they were in the first half. Give credit to Zane Allen. He bounces that one outside past Gavin Layton. That's a big 7-yard run on 1st down. So 2nd and 3 here. Again, clock running, 6:50. Again, the flip side of this is that the Sayre Eagle defense is going to have to hold the Cashion Wildcat offense. So, as the field shrinks, the pass reduces. Let's see what the Wildcat defense does. Little toss sweep outside. He's got a lane, cuts the outside, and it's going to be tackled. Nice job there by, again, Jaden Moser, the sophomore, running like his pants are on fire.
Well, that time he just kind of got in between the big boys up front and found a crease and kind of got lost in the shuffle and was able to squirt out there and pick up some good yardage. And Austin did a good job of running him down and not get a horse collar tackle. He grabbed there at first, but was able to make an adjustment, bring him down without getting that penalty.
Absolutely. So Moser has a seat as he was tackled hard. Again, that physical part of that Cashion defense will take its toll. Inside give to Allen. He gets about maybe 2. He's going to be pushed back. And again, Wildcats, they're going to make you pay. Ethan Waswo, Caleb Duran says, have a seat.
Well, Waswo, what he's doing, every time he gets to the ball carrier, he's going for the football. He's grabbing the ball and just picking it up, and if it's a player comes with him, it comes with him. And so that's what you want to see out of those guys, getting up there, making sure tackles and trying to get that ball out.
6 minutes on the clock. This has been a 6-minute drive that started right around the 36-yard line. Under center is Plummer. It looks like he'll sit back, get a call. Looks like we'll see as the play clock is at 7. 5. Little inside motion. Actually, this nice little counter coming back inside to the fullback / tailback, number 35. And that's Zeke Chetz on the carry, and that's a big play there on 3rd down, or on 2nd down.
And just like you said, I mean, they're driving the football down the field. If this was the first quarter, I'd be a little worried. Being that it's the 3rd quarter, even if they did go in, make some adjustments, they're driving the football down. At some point, they can't do this offense and catch up.
Yep.
But that's saying if the Cashion if they come out and make adjustments on defense and are able to stop the Wildcats, we're in trouble. But I don't see that happening. Cashion Wildcats need to just stiffen up here. Don't let them in the end zone. Let's get the ball and drive 95 yards.
All right, so small carry there, maybe no gain actually. Looks like it's going to be fourth down and 1. So we'll give him 1. So clock still rolling. 4:44. Again, it's coming close to a 8-minute drive here for the Eagles. They got to score a little faster than this.
Yeah, big play right here. Let's get a stop. And they just wasted a lot of time and didn't get in the end zone.
Toss sweep outside. Slade Williams setting the edge, brings Moser back in, and the kid does a great job of finding a hole.
They're going to get in the end zone.
It looks like it will be a touchdown. So with the carry, Moser again carrying. I don't know how he's carrying that and why there's not a whistle, but you got to give him credit. So the Eagles on their first possession of the second half go 64 yards in about 8 minutes. Get their first score of the game.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, like you said, I think it shows on here 135 pounds for Moser. If that's 135 pounds, he, like you said, soaking wet, but it doesn't matter. He's playing like he weighs 185 and running. The cuts that he's been making and just putting down and running hard is making up for his size, and right there gets in the end zone and dragging a few Cashion Wildcats along with him.
Yeah, hey, listen, this is senior night here for Sayre. They've got 3 seniors. All 3 play a big part on this team. That includes Hunter Hannaran, Zane Allen, as well as senior KK Beard. This may be their last home game as well, if it's their senior night, most likely. So, again, the idea here is that if you're the Cashion Wildcats, you're expecting them to come out and give their best effort, and they did. So kudos to Coach Hickson. Not necessarily any serious adjustments. They ran the double reverse. It was Moser really on the cutbacks, taking advantage of the over pursuit of the Cashion defense, cutting back into the line where he had nowhere to go on the edge, cutting back and 2 or 3 really, really good runs there by the young sophomore.
Now all the Cashion Wildcat needs to do is just get the ball, try to keep it clean. We've seen multiple penalties on some questionable calls that, I say questionable because I didn't know what they were. Went back, looked, there were some rules that I didn't know. I learned something new tonight. But let's clean all of those things up. Let's get the ball. Let's drive down the field, because if we get another touchdown on the board and it's going to take them 8 minutes, 7 minutes to score, there's not enough time for them to come back.
Yep. All right, so kicking off will be number 27. That's Aiden Ball. We've called his name the sophomore, 5'10", 175. He's played a little cornerback, outside linebacker. He's played inside and out, and so he'll be out to kick. I don't expect an onside. Last time it did land right around the 25, 30-yard line. We've got Gavin Layton. Oh, it's going to be an onside, and Travis Loveholz in and out of his hands. The Wildcats needed to be expecting is that it was touched. So onside kick is Travis Loveholz in and out, and give credit to Sayre Eagles as they get the onside kick.
Yeah, and we've done a good job all year long of jumping on balls on onside kicks, pretty sure-handed up front that time. Travis just let it get into his pads, bounced off, and then, Sayre did a good job of getting into him and was able to have somebody else come up. But when you're down like the Sayre Eagles were,
you got to be expecting.
You got to be ready for that because, like I said, there's only so many possessions in the game if they're able to do what they want to do.
Exactly. Under center now, first down and 10 from the 48. Pitch sweep, nowhere to go, falling forward. That's a generous spot there as number 12, Zane Allen, falls forward, bounces and falls forward. They're going to give him all the way to the 50-yard line. Wow. I mean, we're literally right on this. He fell at the line of scrimmage.
Well, behind the line of scrimmage, kind of jumped over a couple
of linemen. It should be
at
the 48 and a half, but they're going to give him a 2-yard bounce off the ground towards the 50. It may sound like sour grapes, but I'm telling you, that's exactly what it was. So
and that's their offense. They need those 2 yards. That's a big deal.
That's exactly right. 2nd and 8 here. Again, clock running, 3:43. Pitch outside to Moss. And he breaks the tackle of Gavin Layton. Give him credit. He's running hard. Slade Williams there on the tackle. Get about 2 or 3 more yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and a little shifty runner like that's not afraid to run hard. It's hard to really put a hit on the guy because he is shifty. He can kind of dodge those big hits. But when he gets one of those right in the head up, he's a little guy. It's going to get in his head. That's what the Cashion Wildcats, one of those linebackers needs to put a knock on him and kind of get that in his head where he doesn't run as hard as he has been.
Allen gets a hole, can't get much after that. Caleb Duran knocks him back about 6 yards. They're going to give him another huge spot. This one gets to the 45. He was hit at the 48. He was hit at the 47-yard line. And somehow magically moves to the 45. Again, we have the best spot, I'm telling you. But give credit to Caleb Duran. And remember, the line of scrimmage for them, their line is 1 yard back behind the ball.
Yeah.
So for him to get past the line, he's not even at the line of scrimmage. All right, big 4th down stop opportunity for the Wildcats. Plummer pitch out to Moss. He's got pursuit going on. Austin Compton, Wildcats loading, set the edge. And give credit to Jaden Mosser showing the speed, running for his life, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, and right there they just brought the student body left and just put some guys out there, put a kid out there that got some speed and is not afraid to run hard. And that time he was able to get the edge, get the 1st down.
Yep.
Cashion Wildcats right here, the front. Remember in the first half I was saying our front 4 or 5 right there are just controlling the line of scrimmage. It's kind of flipped. Now the Sayre Eagles are controlling that line of scrimmage.
Going to the outside. No holding call. Coming back outside, give credit to number 11, Zane, as Timmy Jones was tackled from behind. No call. Coach trying to have conversations. And again, cornerbacks, everyone's got to come up and play a part in that. So big run there. Give credit I believe that was number 11, Hunter Hanaran, on the carry.
And right now what you want to do is say, everybody sell out. Sell out to stop the run. If they want to try to pass the ball, that's what we want them to do.
Yep.
Sell out, try to stop the run. Everybody bring a hat to the party, and let's put a helmet on somebody.
2:11 on the clock. Pitch sweep out to Mosser. He's going to cut back inside. Let's see if they give him extra credit. There's a good little carry there. He somehow falls forward and rolls, and they give him another yard. Hey, listen, I know I sound like I'm complaining, but I'm watching what's happening and where the hit's at. And give credit to Mosser as he comes off the field limping. That one will get it to about the 24-yard line.
I mean, he takes every other play off, but it's like he comes over here, recharges, goes back in, and then he does something good. So give that kid credit, man. He's a hard runner.
Absolutely. 1:39 on the clock. Plummer under center this time. A little motion, no call on the movement. They're going to try to wedge that up there to try to get something. No whistle. Finally a whistle as they stop. And it is hard, right? So when you have so many guys, so
there's a lot of bodies.
A lot of bodies. So I mean, it is hard. It's easier for me. I'm up top, and I have a better angle than the line judge in these situations. But
when there's people in between,
yeah.
But you always have the best angle, and you have eagle eyes.
Eagle eyes. Eagle vision. Yes. That's exactly right. 3rd and 3, definitely 4-down territory. No doubt here for the Sayre Eagles, down 21-8. Plummer's going to another toss sweep out to his guy, number 2. Mosser's going to try to get to the outside. And, here's a situation. Caleb Duran's getting double teamed. He's just got to get to the outside leverage. He's just got to, he's got to do his job to bring him back inside into it.
But every time that they have gotten up the field to bring him inside, kid's made a good cut back.
Then he's done his job.
Yeah.
And that's where Timmy and the rest of the guys, Ethan, have got to come down straight down line. Yeah.
Clean up. Yeah.
All right, so big run there by Mosser. He's doing his job. Student body left every time. So 1st down and 10 from the 16, marching all the way down the field after that onside kick. That's number 12. Let's see how many extra yards they give him on that one. No, they got it spotted well on that one to 11. So big carry on 1st down, and that's the deal. 1st down, they're getting solid yards.
Yeah, and that's their game plan. Get 4 or 5 on 1st down, 3 even, and then that sets you up for 2nd, 3rd, where they can stay within their playbook. It's when you get in that 3rd and long is where they have to throw the ball, and then that gets them in a bind.
2nd and 5, 20 seconds on the play clock. Inside Allen, he's going to get cut from behind. Good job there by the Cashion D-line. He still somehow gets a yard on that. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and very manageable here. Definitely 4-down territory, and with 7 seconds, that's going to be it. So Wildcats, again, doing their work in the first half, getting out 3 scores, putting the pressure here. And for a lot of you folks at home, The Sarah Eagles are happy with what they're seeing right now, but for most folks who like college or like high school football, nobody wants to watch a 10-minute game. But that's what we got here.
That's their game plan.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Yep.
And that's with the kids that they have, their coaching staff says this is going to give us the best opportunity to win the ball game. And they're executing right now.
Yep.
They're doing
right.
exactly what they need to do to get back into this ball game.
Yep.
And the first thing that they said let's do is keep the ball out of the hands of the Cashion Wildcat offense. And the second half, we haven't touched the ball other than off the pads of a receiver or the receiving team.
That's right.
And so their game plan for the second half, and I said it in my pregame, is, they are a second half team. They've come out in second half of ball games, and it's been the difference. And right now, you're seeing it. They're clawed their way back into this 3 or 4 yards at a pop, back into this ball game. They get back into the end zone right here. It's a brand new ball game.
Absolutely brand new.
And when you have that 2-score lead, and you get the ball back in your hands, if we would have got that onside kick recovered, we could have taken a lot more time off the clock, maybe got a 3-score lead, and then they run out of time. It takes them at least 6-7 minutes to score a touchdown. You get it down to a one-score ball game, the Cashion Wildcats might tighten up a little bit, and then it's a brand-new ball game. So very, very big stop right here if we can keep them out of the end zone.
Fresh 12, last quarter here, fourth quarter live from Sarah, Oklahoma, 3rd and 3 from the 9-yard line. Now they're out to Mosser outside. It's at the edge. Pursuit's there. They're going to try to get to him. He somehow gets the outside. Give him credit. That should be enough for the first down.
And what we need to do is, if we can turn him back up inside there, get some kids in there and knock that ball out. Let's see it. Let's get a turnover here.
Yeah, totally.
If we can't stop them, they're getting that 2 or 3 yards. There's a lot of opportunity, a lot of hands in there to knock the ball out and jump on it.
Totally agree. And that, give him credit. They've thrown interceptions, but they haven't had any turnovers and fumble-wise. So give him credit. So 1st and goal after the call. Looks like right from the 6-yard line. So we'll put it 1st and 6 for you guys on the board. Looks like we've got guys coming in and out. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the play clock. And they will have to call a precious timeout. And that's huge here for the Cashion Wildcats, believe it or not. All right, hey, listen, we'll take a timeout ourselves. Hang tight. We got a good one. Be back in 30.
With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
All right, welcome back. First down and goal from the 6. Oh, we got, I don't know what's going on here. We've got referees and nobody's signaling in, and we got a flag. We've got delay of game. All right, so that happened to the Wildcats earlier, and, miscommunication. Again, that happened to Kellen Smith, who was like, wait, I didn't see anything. And it was also coming out of a timeout as well. So I'm not sure, between the officials, the play clock, but we'll take it.
So how was that a delay game? Just the play clock starts after at a certain
I guess so.
point?
I mean, this is exactly what happened to the Wildcats, and I remember saying we never saw 25 even on the clock.
Well, that, and when I was over on the other side when that happened, and I didn't even know the ball was set, ready for play. And by the time it was like, there comes the flag for delay of game.
Exactly. So Coach Hickson's going to have a conversation with the referee. I'm not sure if it gets overturned or not in this situation, but let's see if he can do his best job here on senior night in Sayre. We appreciate you guys joining us. I know that we've got a great crowd here for the Cashion Wildcats. I know there's a lot of you guys watching from home. We appreciate all the texts that we're getting. I know I've had a few. And I get a big shout out to the Nabavi squad over at the Greens. They're watching.
Nice.
Yeah, the older boys are hanging out. Again, it's always a nice day. And I'm going to tell you, I would much rather have somebody who is playing football. But certainly, we've been blessed from our standpoint.
Wait. They overturned the call after the coach came out complaining.
Hey, why not? Why not, buddy? Why not?
Hey, Maybe we should start throwing stuff on the field.
Throw some trash. Throw some trash. Why not?
Are they going to throw a flag on us?
We've seen,
they got a flag out.
We've seen everything else. So, again, hey, first down and goal from the 6, 11:55 on the clock. Wildcats hanging on to a 21-8 lead. Again, give credit to the Sayre Eagles. They came out. They had a 8-minute drive with the touchdown. Wildcats, it was behind number 2, Jaden Mosser, the sophomore. And then Wildcats, unable to secure the onside kick. And so give credit to Sayre as they get the ball at midfield, right at the 50, and are in control here as the Wildcats have yet to touch the ball here in the second half. They're going to say, wave off the flag. Okay. All right, so first down and 6, sideline warning. Okay, so Wildcats.
What I don't understand is how does their coach get to come halfway out on the field?
Hey, we're in Sayre, buddy.
That's
all
right.
Yeah, under center, Plummer, first and goal from the 6. Inside handoff, nowhere to go as the Wildcats. Yes, and it is called as the Wildcats have been tackled. And, we haven't talked about this a whole lot, but in this particular offensive set, the tight ends are able to chop block. They're able to go at the knees. The dilemma is that many times a lot of the tight ends are going over 2 players and actually still touching and engaging a defensive tackle. They're going to wave it off. Okay, so.
It's going to be second down and goal for the Eagles.
All right, so another waved off penalty. No gain on that. So second and 6. I thought there was a loss on the play, but there wasn't. Clock running. Again, the hometown clock still going, or it had stopped. Now it's rolling back. Under center, Plummer. He's going to roll outside. And looks like it will be a touchdown. Give credit to number 2, Jaden Mosser, another touchdown. And it's nothing special. It's the exact same play, that side. And so with that, 6-yard carry, 21-14.
Yeah, and that time you had 2 Wildcats kind of coming up 2 set there to not let him get in. But then you kind of overcompensate. He cuts back in for the touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's been the guy there for Coach Hickson and the Eagles. They're going to go for 2. Wildcats, a really important 2-point stop here. There's a pitch outside, trying to get the edge. Nowhere to go. And Grayson Davis says, hello. Hello. I love it. His number 12 had nowhere to go. That was Zane Allen. Let's see if they spot him close to the end zone. They don't on that tackle. It actually was a tackle for loss.
It's 2-point conversion, so it don't matter anyway.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right.
I wasn't picking up what she was putting down. I'm sorry. Hey, but right there, why go away from what's working for the Sayre Eagles? Why not run number 2 around that edge for a 2-point conversion that he's been getting 4 or 5 yards every single time he touched the ball. That's kind of overthinking by the Sayre Eagles.
And the difference is huge because with a 7-point lead, if the Eagles somehow get the ball back and score, they have to get 2 to in essence to take the lead.
Yep.
Otherwise, 6 points is not going to be enough.
And during warm-up, I didn't see they didn't have a kicker out there kicking the ball. So
they're a 2-point squad. So Wildcats not even sure which side to come out on since they haven't even had the ball. So give credit to the Sayre Eagles going 50 yards. That took right around 4 minutes. Give them credit. They had the ball with 8 minutes over course the third quarter with 11:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Wildcats, again, trying to come out, trying to get their first possession. Do we expect an onside? Not at this time, do you?
No, I mean,
think they play
if I'm
base.
Sayre,
I think they play base here.
Yep, and play some field position.
Grayson Davis has got to be careful. He's the only other guy. He's going to have to run really hard if they go to the left side of the field. I think we need one more guy back at the 30-yard line. I think Austin Compton needs to go back. But we'll see what happens here. 27, Aiden Ball. He's going to punch it towards Grayson Davis. Davis is going to get on it. Nice work there by the sophomore. It'll be Cashion football from the 29. So with 11:34, we got ourselves a ball game. And give credit to the Sayre Eagles. They've come out after halftime. They've taken care of the ball. They've been great on first down, able to get the onside kick after a score. And basically have totaled right around 80 yards here in the second half. Wildcats haven't even touched it.
What did Lane say they had total yardage in the first half?
It was 67 yards.
67 yards in the first half.
It wasn't much. Yep. Kellen Smith, haven't called his name in a while. In shotgun, Rival Fields to the left of him. It'll be Rival Fields with a handoff. He's got a big lane, cuts back through, inside. They're going to try to strip the ball. Great job by Rival Fields protecting it. And that's going to be a 10-yard run for Rival Fields.
Down right there. You did see those Sayre Eagles coming in, hacking at that football. They're going to try to get the turnover, and if that happens, they're in a great position. So with Cashion Wildcats need to focus on ball control.
Rival Fields will bounce to the outside. He's got one block. He's got two. He's got a chance. Max Higdon, get the blocks up.
They're going to call holding. And looking back, I was watching the play, and it was just a block. I mean, it was just I'm better than you block, and they called a hold.
Yep. Well, we're in Sayre.
Which I've never been to Sayre on a football field.
It is the birthplace of Lane Broadbent. Didn't you know that?
Wow.
Yeah. You
think that's like Oklahoma history right there.
So with the mark off, it'll bring up first down and 20 right around the 30-yard line. That's unfortunate there as the Wildcats get another holding call. Wish they could have picked up and waved that one off against us. So with that, Kellen Smith in shotgun. He's going to go ahead and hand it off to Jaden Bolton. Jaden with the spin move, still on his feet. Still on his feet. He's got a chance. Cuts back inside. Still on his feet, going to the 40. That's a first down. Cashion Wildcats.
And there comes some flags after the fact. But I think the play will stand. There will be a first down. I think it is after.
Yeah, I think Grayson Davis a little extracurricular. And if Jaden just stays outside, if he just keeps going outside, I don't know why our boys are cutting in like that. Just continue with the field. So we'll have another penalty. If you're watching from home, it sure looks like it's 11 against 16. And so,
well, it's after the play.
They're gonna call a did he call a block in the back? Is that what he called?
Yes, and it didn't happen.
It happened.
He was already tackled when the flag came out. I'm not understanding that.
So what do we? We still have first down. So 1st and 8 here. It's all good. 1st and 8, clock running here. 10:57. Kellen Smith in shotgun. Rival Fields fake snap. He's got Higdon deep, wide open. Higdon with the catch. Good night. See you later. Max Higdon with the touchdown.
Dude, I saw it work. I mean, the boys up front did a great job giving Kellen plenty of time to see Max Higdon make a move, come open over the middle of the field, and then he laid it out perfectly for Max Higdon to catch it in his bread basket and get into the end zone.
Hey, any flags? No flags. No flags.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
That's a negative. All right, Wildcats punch it in. Huge pass play from Kellen Smith to his man Max Higdon going just about 70 yards, 60 yards. I apologize. On for the extra point, Adley Jarrett. We hadn't seen her in a while. She stays perfect. Wildcats add a huge extra point and extend it out to 28-14.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge play right there. Get back out there, that 2-score lead, and then you pretty much put Sayre in a position to where if they don't score within 5 minutes of this getting the ball back right here, that's ball game because it has taken them 5, 6, 7 minutes to drive the field, and if they don't score right here, they're in a pickle. Score quickly. They're in a pickle because even if they do score and it takes them 5, 6 minutes, we get the ball back. There's not much time left for them, and they're limited possessions for the Sayre Eagles. So, huge score, huge I mean, that's a pressure point of the game where, like we talked about, Cashion lets them inch back into this ball game, and you would think maybe the Cashion Wildcats are going to tighten up a little bit. We just had 2 big runs called back on penalties. Are we going to tighten up?
Yep.
No. What do we do? drop back, throw,
You talked about it.
touchdown.
And hey, listen, give credit to people like Jaden Bolton and Rival Fields in the offensive line. You know, the idea is that those safeties have to creep up and more with that gashing run game, and that allows Max Higdon. And you know what? That is not an easy ball when a guy's running wide open. Great job by the sophomore. Just a sophomore, Kellen Smith with a beautiful ball. Brody Nichols with the kick. It's going to be a deep ball. It's going to go to, again, number 2, Jaden Moser. He's going to cut back outside. He's going to find a small lane, but really gobbled up. Great job by Jaden Bolton setting the edge in his lane. Coming back up, Austin Compton. We're going to have another flag.
So we have a player getting up. The Sarah Eagle gets in his face, and all he does is say, back up a little bit out of my face, and they call a penalty.
Yeah, so
I don't understand that.
Hey, listen, nothing ever happens in a vacuum, and it's always the second guy in these situations. Hey, listen, Sarah's taking advantage of it. Their best play has been a lot of big penalties, and Moss are running the ball, and so this one will set it up right at the 50-yard line. This will be the 9th possession for the Sayre Eagles. Wildcats just with 6. Wildcats scoring on 4 of their 6 possessions. This one will start at the 50. Again, the clock right around 10:37. So, partner, as you said, if they take 7 minutes, that's going to be tough sledding for them. Under center is Plummer. He'll go ahead and head inside, fullback carry. Wildcats need to stay disciplined, but give credit there to, again, Zeke Chetz taking care of the rock, getting a solid 7-8 yards on first down.
And this defensive possession, I said it at the end of that last one, is go for that football. Get it out. Put it on the ground. As much as they run up the middle and there's enough hands in there, let's grab that ball and try to get a takeaway here.
Hey, listen, where's number 2? Is he in the game? He is. If I'm Grayson Davis and Caleb Duran, and there it comes right to him. Here comes Calvin Layton setting the edge. Nowhere to go. Huge stop. Great adjustment by Coach Woods and the D, and they read it.
Yeah, that time you just had people pushing him out to the edge, not letting him get the corner until you had somebody coming downhill and was able to get him on the ground before he had any positive yardage.
So a huge tackle for loss for the Wildcats. That brings up 3rd down. It's definitely 4-down territory for Coach Hickson and the boys from Sayre here for the rest of the day. Again, Wildcats putting a little damage there, number 2, as he comes off. His helmet is off. He's played tough.
That dude is playing hard.
Been impressed with that kid. In shotguns, inside give. He's going to try to get a push. They're going to go after the ball. He's got nowhere to go, no whistle.
And we do have the ball.
And again, another strip ball there by Ethan Waswo. And these officials are going to kill the Sayre Eagle. If they don't blow the whistle, they're going to get destroyed. And I would put this one on the officials on this situation. Poor number 12 there. If I'm Zane Allen's parents, I'm like, can you all blow the whistle?
Yeah, because you're playing until the ball, and it wasn't like they were hitting it. All he did was take the ball out of his hand. I don't know why they're allowing the coach to get to the middle of the football field. Is he hurt? What are we doing?
Yeah, well, we are in Sayre, so Coach Hickson gets to do whatever he wants to do. So, and White Hat is allowing him to have that conversation. There's no flag to wave off against the Cashion, against Sayre. So in this situation, so 4th down. You know, if Coach Hickson is mad, maybe he's agreeing with us. Blow the whistle before my kids get hurt. Because the Wildcats are going to punish you if you're going to keep turning those feet and there's no whistle. They're going to punish you.
Well, and that's what you're supposed to do. You play to the whistle because you don't know. I mean, you don't know if the ball's going forward, backwards. You're just in there trying to make a stop. And when forward progress stops, the whistle needs to blow for safety issues.
That's exactly. All right, 4th down, 8:27. We've got Mosser on that right wing. Let's see if he gets the ball. Inside give to the tailback, and he's going to be short, and that's a stop as the Cashion Wildcats said, no, sir, not this time, and it'll be turnover of downs.
I was waiting to see this. The line judge on this side was kind of out there about that 40. It would have been a first down, but he kind of leaked in, and that line judge on that side had a better angle.
He had the better angle as Mosser with the carry. Again, Coach Hickson now is quite predictable as when at time and need where they're going to go to number 2. He's been fantastic. Chris, I've been so impressed with him, kid. You know, they say 135. I don't think he weighs 135, but he plays like he's 170. So with that, Kellen Smith, it's going to be run and gun here, I guess, for the Wildcats. 8:09 on the clock, Fourth quarter, inside handoff. Rival Field's going to follow a couple blockers. Going to get chopped down. Maybe about maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain as Rival Fields will hand the ball off. Again, Coach Hickson with 2 timeouts left. Wildcats up 28-14, 7:56. Rolling clock.
Does the line judge usually set the ball? Who's usually
some
sets
umpire? But I think nowadays, way it works now.
Whoever's the closest.
Yeah. Rival Fields got a big hole, carrying him in. He's going to get a big first down here. Great job, Rival Fields, as he carries a Sarah Eagle. Again, Wildcats just have to keep their head. You know, a lot of John and back and forth between both teams. And it's been the Wildcats have been the one that have been retaliatory and getting called for it. Just maintain their composure, take care of it. And, let's get back to Cashion.
Yeah, keep running hard. Keep doing what you're doing up front. There's massive holes there for Rival and Jaden back in here to hit. Let's keep doing that. Just keep running that clock.
7:23. Jaden Bolton's checked in. He's got a big hole. He's got a right side. He's got a chance to beat one guy. Flipped over. Give credit to Mosser. Another touchdown-saving tackle. I'm telling you what, if you're in Sayre right now, you go buy a Snicker bar and a Gatorade for number 2. He has absolutely earned it tonight.
He is all over the place on both sides of the field. Jaden Bolton right there, though, again, just sees a crease, puts his foot in the ground, goes against that first down, makes a good move on Moser, but Moser was able to get him down.
7:05, handoff inside. Bolton still on his feet, spin move, hanging on the ball. He's going to get a solid 8-9 yards on that. Keep the clock running. So with 6:56, fourth quarter, Wildcats now deep into Sayre Eagle territory, right around looks like the 25.5.
And it's as good as Bolton has been not playing football.
Oh, I know.
For the last few years. One thing that I was kind of concerned with was ball, keeping hold of that football. This game, he's been hit, he's run through traffic, and he's secured that football very, very well. He's done a good job of getting better.
Huge block, Grayson Davis with the pancake. Rival Fields down the sideline. And it's first and goal, Cashion Wildcats.
You have 12 come over and completely blow up Rival after the play's over with.
Yeah,
right in front of the official or nothing.
We're in Sayre. Hey, listen, got a text here from Chad Tishner. He says center judge or white hat is supposed to spot it, not the line judge. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's, you were right.
That's why I was just kind of curious. I hadn't seen that before, but I haven't seen a few things that's happened tonight.
First and goal from the 4. Wildcats looking to punch it in. Rival Fields still on his feet. Dives forward. Touchdown! Cashion Wildcats. Rival Fields 4 yards out. And the Wildcats extend that lead. 34-14.
Well, they put 33 up. There we go, 34. Here we go, Adley. Let's do it. Let's keep the perfect night. Oh, man, I just blew it for her, didn't I? Did I jinx her?
You did. It's
I'm going to double jinx it. I jinxed her.
She went to Lincoln Riley's football camp. She's all right. Kick is up. It's good.
You can't jinx Adley Jerry.
You cannot jinx her.
Love it.
Love it. Absolutely. Adley Jerry stays perfect on the night. Wildcats up 35-14. Wildcats getting the ball on turnover of downs right around the 40-yard line and go 60 yards in roughly – it's like about 2 minutes.
Hey, you know why earlier, whenever I was like, why would, if you're the Sayre Eagles, change up what you're doing on that 2-point conversion and they didn't get in? And I was kind of, if anybody could tell, I was kind of upset about it because I was going for my perfect score. I had 35-16.
You did.
And they blew it on their 2-point conversion earlier.
Yep.
So,
way to go, Sayre.
Way to go, Sayre. Hey, but all seriousness, that right there was just a put your foot on the neck of the Sayre Eagles.
Yep.
You have a stop. You get a stop on fourth down.
Yep.
Turn over the ball on downs.
Yep.
The Cashion Wildcats get it and just run down your throat.
Yep.
Just run. Just run the ball every time. Run some clock off, and just do whatever they want to do, running the football and get in the end zone. And that's kind of a backbreaker for the Sayre Eagles.
It sure is. And hey, listen, tonight has never been about the Sayre Eagle defense. It's been about the Cashion Wildcat offense, whether or not they can figure out how not to implode on themselves and have horrible penalties, right?
Yeah.
The two drives here, again, clean, looking good, taking care of business. Brody Nichols kicking for the Wildcats, the junior, right around the far hash here from us, right around the 40-yard line. Not right around, at the 40-yard line. He went deep last time, found Mosser. Let's see if he goes short this time. I'm looking maybe a little pooch right around the 40. Wildcats still in that bunch formation. They spread out. Again, 6:12 on the clock. It's going to be a decent kick. Moster will get it off a couple of bounces. He's going to try to cut back inside. It's going to be a nice little return there by Moster. He's going to get about 15 yards, eventually tackled right around the 39-yard line as Austin Compton shows good sportsmanship and picks him up. And with that, we have the 10th possession of the night for the Sayre Eagles.
Well, let's see if they try to change something up. I mean, with being down 3 scores, they can't continue just to run the ball because that's just going to turn clock.
Yeah, but
they're going to have to do something.
I know, but you also don't want to throw a pick here and basically cement.
But you're to the point now where it's either you're going to have a big play down the field or you're going to lose the ball game anyway. But they do line up in the double wing. Let's see if they continue to.
Shotgun handoff inside. Yep, that one's going to go nowhere as Ethan Waswo absolutely destroys that with Juan Melendez. Great job there by the 2 juniors. That was number 12, Zane Allen. That kid's been running hard all night. I've been really, really impressed by his toughness. Moster checks back in for number 11. And here's the deal, right? This is why if you ask me, Nima, are you going to run your offense? Well, if you don't have anyone that can pass it, I get it. But this is the dilemma when you run a double wing. You get down 1 or 2 scores, and it gets deep. It's just tough.
Yeah.
So Moss looks like Plummer underneath. He'll go ahead and hand that one. He'll keep it under center. And looks like the Wildcats will bend him in half as 4 Wildcats are there. Caleb Duran. Actually, that was an inside give to Zeke Chet, in essence, the fullback. No gain. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long.
You had those 2 possessions where they had found something running the football. They found something in their game plan. But that's the beauty of having a really good defensive coordinator. Yep. He was watching those 2 drives. Yep. That's another beautiful thing that we did in the first half is get a 3 score lead.
Yep.
And that way, Coach, they made some adjustments at halftime. They did a good job, come out and executed their game plan. But you have a defensive coordinator over there in Coach Wood that does a good job of making adjustments on the fly, and he was able to have this defense adjust and be able to stop and be able to get turnovers on down.
So screenplay, which has been a fantastic play here for Coach Hickson, that one actually gets about 10 yards. So this brings up 4th and very manageable here for the Eagles. Looks like about 4th and about 3. So clock running, 4:13, 4:12. Moster comes back in. My guess is number 2's getting the ball. What do you think, Chris?
If I'm them, I'm getting him on this edge over here to the wide side of the field and just try to get the first down picked up. They're going to put him on this side on the double wing, and what we've seen is them motion him over and get him on the edge over there.
They're going to double reverse. There he goes. He's going to hit the edge. Is it there? It's not. Wildcats absolutely eat that up, and another turnover of downs as Coach Wood and the boys clean up their act and take care of business and look to wrap this one up here with 3:43 in the game.
Like you said, though, when you become predictable, they found something that worked. And, I'm a big proponent of if it's not broke, don't fix it, and you keep running something until they stop it.
Right.
But we have stopped that multiple times now, and you keep going back to the well over and over, and the Cashion Wildcats have figured that out. They recognize it now, and they figured out a way to stop it.
So Wildcats back out on offense, 3:43. Coach Hickson has 2 timeouts left. He most likely will use both here. As Wildcats will have rival fields, he'll get the handoff. He's going to cut back inside. Tough running there by the sophomore, still on his feet. He'll get a solid 8 yards, maybe 9 yards on that carry. Wow. And he'll get to the 35.
Yeah, I think he got to that 35 before they hit him and kind of started going back. Might have been a pretty good spot for us there, too.
I agree.
Pretty generous on the spots, not both ways, looks like. But we'll take it there and just keep the ball on the ground. Let's run the clock and take this victory to the back to Wildcat land.
All right, Wildcats back out at 2nd and short. Hand back off to Jaden Bolton. He'll get the first down across the 35. He'll get tackled hard. And a little extracurricular activity. Good job there by Kellen Smith. I love the sophomore showing some leadership as, Jaden Bolton kind of getting roughed up on the ground there. Maybe we retaliate. Kellen jumps in, calms everybody down. So that'll
Picked
be
up the first down.
First down, and it looks like Wildcats will keep the chains moving here. Appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. If this holds up, Wildcats are sitting good in District A1. Running clock here, 2:46 on the clock. Hand back off to Jaden Bowles. Going to look for that block from Grayson Davis. Hits the crease. Jaden still on his feet. He'll eventually go down. So good job. I love the play design there by Coach Shack as you had Grayson Davis coming over on that jet sweep to go out and block. And again, good job. Wildcats are trying to figure they're growing up as we speak. You know, we got a bunch of young guys too on our team. I know both teams have full of sophomores and juniors. And certainly appreciate level heads here. Bolton in to the left, 2:13 on the clock. Of Kellen Smith, most likely going to get it. He will. He's going to cut back inside. Great move by Jaden Bolton. Still on his feet. Fantastic run.
Bolton's vision, man, since the first game that he played, his vision of just seeing that hole open up and then putting his foot in the ground and getting downhill right there, you saw it. I mean, he on the fly, saw that crease, was able to make a move and just get downhill and pick up 15 yards. I love that natural ability that he has to pick out that seam and then make a move and get there on the move.
Wildcats with some substitution will go in victory formation. They have their 15 points that they need. With 138, most likely with 4 downs here, we'll be able to burn through Coach Hickson's timeouts. And Wildcats in victory formation will take the knee. And let's see if any of the coaches throw the white flag here. If Coach Hickson will turn off. He looks like he's got his headset still on. We'll see what happens here. Clock running, 1:20, 1:19. Wildcats will set back up. 39 seconds, 38 on the clock. So Wildcats will have to burn 2 more plays. So, Chris, Wildcats will move to 6-2 on the season, but most importantly, 4-1 in district play.
4-1 district play sets us up great for a playoff run. You have Hinton next week, right? We have Hinton next week.
That'll be senior night.
Senior night in Cashion, with an opportunity there to win that ball game and then go and play for second place in the district when you go to Fairview. And after seeing what Hooker did to Fairview and some of the other scores comparing to what we've done to some people, I think, don't get me wrong, Fairview's a great team. They've won back-to-back state championships. They have their quarterback that's returning. But I think we're going to be able to compete with them and kind of surprise some people of how we can compete with them. And it's going to be a fun game to watch. But you got to get through Hinton first, set yourself up for that. And Hinton's always a big physical team that's a battle.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's a final. Wildcats victorious, 35-14. Again, moved 6-2 on the season, 4-1 in district play. It was a strange, weird, crazy game. We basically almost saw everything, but it was the Wildcats' defense setting up the stage for the Wildcat offense on the ground to take care of business. We did have that big toss to Max Higdon, but it was the rival Fields and Jaden Bolton day, and give credit to those two guys taking care of the rock and getting in the end zone. All right, so Chris, any last thoughts here before we close it off?
Hey, thanks for letting me just crash the party one time this year, and thanks for Avery hanging out with us for a little bit. And but no,
Avery
it was fun.
deserves a milkshake again on the way home.
She does deserve a milkshake. But no, it was fun. Thanks for letting me jump on. Always a great night watching the Wildcats get out there on the football field and get a W. The boys, like you said, growing up almost every snap, this young group of Wildcats are going to be fun to watch over the next 3 years.
Yep, amen. All right, so for Maddox Gibson on the camera, the fantastic, amazing color guy, Chris Gibson, I'm Neiman Abavi. It is a Wildcat victory. We appreciate you guys joining us. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for updates, scores, etc. And again, we appreciate all of your love and support. So again, have a great night. Go Cats, and God bless.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions